hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome. Fine Thursday to you all. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. What is up, Girl Frogfoot? Noah God. Welcome. Good to see ya. Autumn Shake. Bennymon. Also, Dollar Jeans. Been watching him. Jim Davis says, Recto's Graveyard Deck is a spicy one. Yeah, it's a good time to be paying Graveyard Decks, that's for sure. A Silly Muffin, Firebird, Viscella, Bolded, Dizzy Button, Psycho Magi. Welcome. We're going to have some fun today. So we have actually 3 decks. I don't know if we'll get to all 3. So we're going to start with this deck. So, okay, today is Commander Clash Day. We record Commander Clash at noon on Thursdays. I get on the Commander Clash call, and Richard is like, Seth, I think I broke Standard. I was like, yeah, all right, whatever, Richard. Like, how'd you break Standard? And he said, you gotta try this Feasting Troll King mono green food deck. He said, I think it's actually like really good. Feasting Troll King is insane. You like crush the rogue decks. I've been crushing everyone with it. So I figured, when Richard says he broke Standard, he actually has a pretty good track record of the deck being good. So I figured we gotta at least try. We gotta try Richard's mono green Feasting Troll King food deck. So that's number 1 on our list. However, second up on the list, we have Sultai Kicker, which, oh man, Kicker is still one of the most fun decks I have played in Standard this season. I have no idea if it's going to be good. It probably won't be good, but boy is it fun. And if it gets going, you get so much Verizol value. You get so much Verizol value, bounce things and draw cards and make tons of drakes and just do sweet things. So that's number 2 on our list for today. And then, I don't know if we'll get to it, but the most interesting deck I thought from the arena deck list dump was this, like, Cleric-ish life gain deck. I've been trying to make Clerics work for a long time, like ever since Zendikar Rising released, and I just haven't been able to make it work. This build, maybe the problem is I've been too focused on Clerics. This build, it is Cleric-y, and it's got a lot of Clerics, and it has stuff that cares about Clerics, but it also has like Daxos, it's got Heliod, so it leans a little more into the life gain aspect to go along with the Cleric plan, rather than being like a full-on aura sacrifice deck. So I thought that deck looked sweet as well. Elf, welcome to the Fishbowl. Cleric adjacent, I would say. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. So that's on the docket for tonight. Naya aggro. Ooh, that looks pretty good. That looks really good. That looks like it'd be pretty competitive. I mean, Embercleave is good, so that's where we're starting with. Have I built around Angel of Destiny? That's a card I've been working on. I still haven't found a list that I'm happy with. Like, here's the thing with Angel of Destiny. Here's the problem I keep running into. The problem I keep running into is Angel of Destiny, while it's a really unique win condition, the decks that it goes into are just not that interesting. Like, the easiest way to win with Angel Destiny, I think, is to be like Heliod's, Linden's, Daxos's, and almost be like Mono White Devotion, which maybe that's spicy in and of itself, but I think it's going to be like a Soul Sisters life gain deck, essentially. And then you have Angel as like your primary finisher. I haven't found any like super cool tricks to like, whoa, I did this Angel thing. It's more like, oh, you get a bunch of life, and then I Angel you and I attack and I beat you that way. Maybe that's still like super sweet, but I've been worried that the decks themselves are not spicy enough. Even though Angel is a spicy card, but the shells that it goes in, I felt like have not been that spicy, really. So that's been my like catch with Angel so far, is finding a spicy shell for it. Javel Darren, Jack in the Rainbows, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Also, special episode of Against Odds for next week. I'm actually pretty excited for it. I think I can probably spoil it. You probably know where this is going. If you were here last stream, people were talking about it, and we gotta try it. So next week's Against the Odds, it's kind of a theoretical deck. It has maybe the biggest restriction on any Against the Odds deck in the history of Against the Odds. We're playing in Modern. The restriction is the deck can only contain cards that have been banned in Standard, and they have to be legal in Modern. So we're going to play Banned Tribal next week for Against Odds in Modern. See, I don't know. Maybe all the banned in Standard cards, it's weird and it's interesting. There was that deck list floating around that Adriano put out, so it's gonna be interesting to see. So the thing is, you have like you have good cards, obviously. You got like Uros and Teferis, and you have Ancient of Treacheries, and you have like all these really busted cards. The thing is, they don't ban utility cards. Like that's the challenge of the deck. They don't ban utility cards, so it's not like you have a Path to Exile, or it's not like you have a Mana Leak or something, because they don't ban any of those cards. So it's gonna be like just busted. Yeah, you can't play Saheeli copy with copy. So it's actually way more interesting than I thought it was gonna be. And you have a further handicap because Oko and Once Upon a Time are banned in Modern as well. So it's not like you just play those because they're actually banned in Modern too. So it should be a fun episode. I've been working on the deck. I think it's gonna be fun. We have a new donation, and then we'll do reminders. Then we're gonna start playing. Some Magic from McIntyre. When you need to turn the game around, you must kick it. Kick it good. You must kick it. When I don't know how you fit that sentence in there though. When you need to turn the game around, you must kick it. What's the bad mana base? The mana base is the one place you gotta cheat because you just literally don't have enough lands that are bad. So I'm playing banned lands where I can, but you have to play non-banned lands to make it work. So anyway, reminders. First off, replay YouTube if you missed. Kick it good. If you missed the Bad Bracket stream, the replay's up. You check it out. This stream will be up in the future, so they're all up on their normal YouTube. We talked a little bit about next week's Bad Tribal Against Odds. This week, I thought the deck was super sweet. We played Infinite Landfall Morog in Modern, and that deck does some crazy things. Oh my goodness. We actually went infinite in so many ways. So if you haven't seen it yet, you should definitely check out Infinite Landfall Morog for Modern, because I had a lot of fun with that deck. A reminder. Hey, what's up, Jeff? How are you? A reminder that our sponsor this fine evening is Card Kingdom, and maybe you need some Magic card, Zendikar Rising, other stuff. You get them at cardkingdom.com. There's the Angel of Destiny we were just talking about. You get an Angel of Destiny if that's what you need, or anything else. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes. Hey, what's up, Grateful Dad? How are you? I was just listening to Sugary earlier today. Speaking of Grateful Dad. Otherwise, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playbats, good way to support the stream and the channel and the site. The Discord is new and improved. Check it out if you're interested in donations. We already had one. They're always appreciated, never required. $2 more, you can get your message read on stream. So anyway, everyone, we're starting off with Richard's Did I Break It deck. Did I break it? Richard seems to think this troll deck, he said the sideboard is not really set, and that's the weakness of the deck, but he thinks the deck's pretty impressive, so we're going to try it. The idea of this deck, this is a Feasting Troll King deck. So if you think about our current standard, what's going on in our current standard, people are milling stuff. Rogues are milling stuff. Mill decks are milling stuff. So things that like to be in the graveyard go way up in value. Feasting Troll King, if you get food, comes back into play for free as a 7/6. This is one of those cards that when Throne of Eldraine was spoiled, everyone was hyped for. The problem is, it was an elk most of the time when Throne of Eldraine first came out, and there were so many ridiculously busted cards in Eldraine that it was like 10th or 15th on the list, so it got overshadowed by all the other broken stuff. But this might be the meta in the time for the 7/6 for free to shine. People are writing about Witch's Oven. The biggest combo with Witch's Oven, other than just sacking random stuff to get food for Troll King or to draw cards with Trail of Crumbs, is to protect our Feasting Troll King from exile-based removal. Like, our opponent goes to kill it, we can sack it, get a food for it, put it back into play. Opponent can't really get around it. Otherwise, Wicked Wolf, another good food payoff and a good removal spell. Gilded Use makes food, so that's good in the deck. Garrick's Harbinger, really good against the road deck, dodges a lot of removal. We have Oozes, also good against the road deck. We should be like super teched against rogues. A Trail of Crumbs, our card advantage engine, and that's kind of the plan of the deck. Couple of Garricks. I don't think I've ever cast one of these Garricks, so we'll see some Garrick Hedges for card advantage. Couple of Lotus Cobras, because why not, I guess. Ram Through for removal. Maybe some Bird if we put it on a Trampler. This does trample, right? The 7/6 Trampler for free is insane. It's insane. Sideboard. We have everyone's favorite spider. Even more rogue tech. Graveyard hate. Counterspell hate. Removal. Artifact hate. Mirror hate and Hookam adversary and Stonecoil Servant. Just, I don't know, fill it out. Richard said the sideboard's a little rough. So let's try some trolls. Let's give it a shot. And then we'll try Sultai Kicker. That's the second half of the stream, Sultai Kicker. Because I really, Primal Might in the sideboard actually seems like it's probably worth it. Richard did say, feel free to mess with the sideboard because the sideboard is a little rough. So let's, I feel like we have almost too much graveyard hate. Like, we have main deck oozes. Let's go down these. Go up a Primal Might. Go down a Ram Through. And go up another Scavenging Ooze. Oh, we got graveyard hate for days. Come on! Hey, welcome, Mr. Greedy. Good to have you back. TJ. Jurigan. I know I say your name wrong every time you resub, and I apologize. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for our new subscriber. All right, let's feast. Let's go feast. Oh, that's historic. We almost did that again. Oops. Variant, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. We haven't played the Abzad MDFC list yet. It's been like on our list for a while, but we just never got to it. Maybe we'll get to that tonight. But Kicker, I really want to play. What deck out of the ones we've been talking about? What one are you most excited to see, chat? I mean, I'm excited to see Feasting Troll King in action. I also just, man, the Kicker deck was so good. I don't know if it's good, but it was so fun. That's what I should be saying. Like, it was just so much fun to play. Ooh, honk honk. I wonder if this Garrick's good. I have no idea if this Garrick's good. Tempted to build Sultai Kicker deck now. It's just super fun. Like, you get so much value once it gets going, which is pretty sweet. Well, excuse ya. Your go, opponent. Built Verazal EDH. Yeah, Verazal's really sweet EDH too. Yeah, we'll definitely do some kicking. We'll make sure to kick it, and we will play the Abzad MDFC deck at some. Ooh. All right, Fervent. Suspiciouser and suspiciouser. Huh. So Pump Spell? Oh, that one damage Spike Field Hazard maybe? Yeah, whatever. I'll take one. I don't really care. Sure, you got us. Maybe it's okay. Rhyme Rock Knight. That's also on the list. It could have been a bluff, but well, let's play Harbinger. Not the best Harbinger matchup, but close enough. If we draw land, we get down Great Henge, and the Great Henge is as good as its name suggests. Robber of the Rich. Opponent path. Oh, so close. So close. Well, get in with Harbinger. Whoa! Throw them both away. Okay, sure. We are super fine with this. Opponent loses their board. And we will let's just eat stuff. I think this is best. Eat you. Gain some life. Eat you. I don't want to sack our food because I want to get out of this Great Henge. Eat you. Gain some life. Eat you. Gain some life. Sorry, Harbinger. It's for the greater good. Pass the turn. Lost a veto in Historic. Ooh, that's sweet. Yeah, Dwarf Adventure is what it was indeed. Opponent, untap land. Onyx. Well, land. The greatest of henges. The scavengingest of oozes. And take 5. Yeah, this feels pretty over. I don't even know if I'm scared about an Embercleave now. Like, what are you going to do? All right, Robber of the Rich. Yes, that is acceptable. And the king's coming. The king is coming. Yeah, all right, whatever. If our opponent can kill him, that's fine. We will block the Robber of the Rich. Yes, okay, you got all adventures. We get it. Well, the king is here. The king is here. Opponent gets tokens, but can you beat a Feasting Troll King? Oh, and we get the castle too? All right. Let's make mana with this. Feasting Troll King. Oh, and our opponent wants no piece of that. Wow. All right, that went well. That went super well. We just crushed him. Dark Puka, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So how's everyone doing tonight? How's everyone's week been? I feel like my perception is things have calmed down in Magic a little bit. Is Magic dying? I'm on Reddit too much and I'm scared. Well, Reddit is, like, I love Reddit. And I've talked about this before. Like, I actually, like, mostly got my start in content doing stuff on Reddit. So I have nothing against Reddit. But, like much social media, it does tend to be pretty extreme, pretty over the top. I mean, Magic Twitter can be the same way. So if you're spending a lot of time on Magic Reddit, I think an important thing to remember is that things are almost certainly not as bad as it would seem. Like, has it been a good year for Magic? As far as gameplay, no, not really. As far as profits, yes, I think so. Like, everything suggests that it has been. And there have been issues recently with like the Walking Dead Secret Lair. But is Magic dying? There's no real signs of that. Especially since, from everything we know, Wizards is rolling in a ridiculous amount of money. So I imagine that their plan is to keep making Magic and keep making ridiculous amounts of money for as long as they possibly can. That is my guess. So I'm not especially worried about Magic dying. What I would be more concerned about, honestly, like, it's such a weird loaded question. All right, that's fine. We can sack it. It's such a weird sort of loaded question because is Magic changing? Almost certainly. Yoda Man, 34th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you. Ooh, Relic Robber. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, that's cute. We can sack it to the Witch's Oven. Thank you, opponent. I think they actually are helping us with this Relic Robber. All right, yeah, we will take some free food. You never be too rich to turn down a hot dog. Oh, I totally butchered that. What's the Futurama quote? That's one of the best Futurama episodes. One art, please. Ooh, Soulseer. All right. I'll keep making foods and getting beaten down. We really need a land. Really, really, really. For this Wicked Wolf. That's what we need more than anything. Can we hit a land? Yes. Alright, that's good. Wicked Wolf. Fight this Relic Robber. Get it out of here finally! And things have taken a turn. The Holy Turnip God. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't we get a... Oh, it's toughness. Ugh. Alright, I was thinking we were going to get 2 food tokens, or I would have just sacked the Goblin Construct. But yeah, I was thinking we were going to get 2 because the power was 4 greater, but it's toughness. Yeah, it's one of my favorite episodes for sure. I mean, there's a lot of really good Futurama episodes, but that one is especially awesome. Well, we get to block. I mean, sack a food if we have to. Like, this seems fine. The lack of in-person play. Oh, so what were we talking about Magic dying? So is Magic gonna die, like not exist? There's such a small chance of that in the near future. So I would say no. On the other hand, could we see the end of like paper tournament play for formats like Modern and Standard? Yes. Could we see many of the pros and spikes and content creators move on to other games because Wizards isn't supporting organized play, or they're upset about things, and there's a lot of competition now. Yes. So I think, like, things like that can certainly happen. Like, those things I believe are actual, like, possibilities. But I don't think that's exactly the same as just, like, dying. Like, the game just dying, quote unquote. We got hit by a relic robber of all things. For the first time in the history of Zendikar Rising Standard, we got relic robbered, and that's where we got this this goblin. Oh, did I? Hang on. I may have forgotten. Avert your eyes! Don't look at my desktop. It's getting messy again. I may have forgotten to turn on Cardboard Live. Alright, yeah, let's play Symbiosis, I think. Tapped. And eat something to get out of stomp range. And pass the turn. Are you judging me in my desktop? I mean, it is messy, I know. It's not as messy as it has been at some points. If you're a regular stream viewer, you'll know that that's not the worst that it's been. Folders, though. So here's my problem with folders. It's like a whole extra click every time you want to do anything. Like, when you think about how many things you open, especially me, I work on a computer all day to do content and stuff. If you got to take an extra click every time you need something, and then you do that every day for like 12 hours, and you do that for a few years, how much of my life is spent opening folders? It would be a significant amount. I could instead just leave it all on my desktop and then use those seconds to like hang out with you. That's my theory anyway. Similar to my why would you ever make your bed theory. Like, seriously, why would you ever make your bed? I don't get it. I don't get the obsession with bed making. Why would you do that? Those are some amount of seconds or minutes that can be spent doing non-bed making activities. Well, let's get rid of this goblin construct. And the tide may have turned now. Like, we got a bunch of life gain if we need it. We got rid of all that annoying, all those annoying tokens that were. The Relic Robber was actually good for a minute. Like, unfortunately for our opponent, we got Witch's Oven to sack them. But if we hadn't, they might have beat us. Well, grow the ooze. Scavenging is really good right now. How much time goes into finding what you need on your desktop, and the bed gets dirty? Those are fair counterpoints. Oh, you'd love the Liliana. Oh, send me an email, and I will try to send you the art for it. There's not a place to download all the... Ooh. That doesn't do anything, does it? There's not a place to download all the thumbnails right now. Wow. Opponent, yeah, dead. All right. Well, that was super easy. Maybe Richard really did break it. Wow. Okay. Well, we got the King 1 game, and we just stomped people. Relic Robber, I mean, it's either must answer or must block. That's the downside. It's only a 2-2. So if you can block it... If you can block it, it doesn't really do anything. Wow, that was a good start, I will say. Wow, Dex has some power. I laugh like Dr. Hibbard. Do I really? Oh no. I don't know if that's good or bad. What do you think is better to start streaming with? OBS Studios or Streamlabs? Might as well just... Okay, so actually, I use OBS Studio, but that's just because I've used it for a long time, and I am a slow-to-change person. Once I get I'm actually not that good with tech, so once I get used to something and know how to use it, I tend not to stray from it unless I have to. So I use OBS Studio, the upside of Streamlabs OBS, which is basically what everyone else uses, or most people use, is it is already integrated with Streamlabs, and you probably want to use Streamlabs anyway, because Streamlabs, I do use Streamlabs, my Streamlabs is separate from my OBS Studio. So that's kind of the upside of Streamlabs OBS is like automatically integrated, which I think is a pretty nice upside. I'll get down the trail of crumbs. How has food been so far? I mean, we've only played one game, but that one game felt good. This Garrick's Harbinger seems decent on this board state of all black mana. What kind of hardware do you run on your PC? Oh, don't ask me such hard questions. Not to be a muckraker, but Kuroki's and several high-level Mythic players have been playing food decks like this for the past few days. What's different about this one? Most are moving to fewer ovens main, though. I actually don't know. I haven't seen anyone else's list. This list is one that Richard built. I mean, I think if a lot of people are playing Green Food, I would assume that most people honed in on the fact that Wicked Wolf and Feasting Troll King tend to be very good against. I guess we should have attacked first. Tend to be very good against the Rogue deck. So it's not. That's one of the funny things about Magic that. Ooh. Yeah, let's take the king. There's one of the funny things about Magic that sometimes gets missed is people a lot of times come to similar ideas independently. So this is a deck that Richard just built, but it's not surprising to me that other people would have figured out that Feasting Troll King might line up well with the meta at the moment. Afro throws! They should have had oven instead of cat. Well, I don't know. I don't think oven's broken. Like, I mean, without cat, I don't think it's broken. It actually seems like the kind of card that... Well, this doesn't even fight. It just straight up... Oh, it's rogues. Okay. Well, we will accept our free win. I think rogues is pretty close to 0% to beat our deck. I don't think they can do it. I don't think they got it in them. Oh, another one. Well, let's play this as a land. Play a Harbinger. Keep drawing cards. We have another donation from Messiah. $3 donation. Solution to the ban frequency and digital paper problem. Nerfing text on cards doesn't work because of paper. Instead, make a card tier list. Higher tiers, less copies allowed. Keep copies legal, but allows you to nerf the paper and digital simultaneously. So I've never been a big fan of the idea of like restricting cards, like having one per copy. Outside of Vintage, where Vintage you gotta do it because the whole gimmick is like you can play every card except Luris, but you can play every card. Yeah. So. And it adds a lot of complexity. I like where your thought process is. And thank you so much for the donation. But I do worry about the amount of complexity that it adds. The one thing that's made me come around to it a tiny, tiny bit is that opponent ruining us. Sure. The one thing that's made me reconsider it is how I feel like Magic has lost a lot of variance in the last couple years with rules changes and mechanics, and that would add more variance, which maybe that would be a good thing. I think there's some like interesting possibilities. Like, what if every card was only legal as in 2 copies in your deck or something? Like, would that increase variance? Would that make Magic better? Would it make it worse? I think there's some like interesting things to experiment with. Ooh, all right. Well, we will play the land. We will smash you with multiple Garrick's Harbingers, so you almost certainly can't kill because you have black removal because our deck is really good against yours. Opponent with the Crab Chub. We get to draw another card. These Harbingers are going off. Get a Gilded Goose. Play an Ooze. would you like to counter it? This one's so over. Drown in the lock. Sure, sure, sure. We will play the goose. That can block your wind robber. Pass the turn. Yeah, Harbinger's great in this matchup. And opponent scoops it up. What do you think about playing less cards? Like, would that make Magic better or worse? Or Standard in specific better or worse? Restricting the number of bannable, like doing a restricted list rather than bannings, or just like changing rules altogether. Maybe you can only play the max is 3 copies instead of 4. Would that be an improvement? Oh wait, a little premature, I guess. Technically, we haven't won this match yet. But our opponent still has a chance. It's possible. You never know. It's Magic. Weird things happen. No one cares about Troll King. Then all of a sudden, calling for more bans. Suck up a build deck to beat it. Bad is unreal. Wait, I don't think anyone's calling to ban Troll King, are they? Not well, like not seriously. Not that I've heard. That'd be quick. Well, now we get spiders. Also incredibly good against our opponent's deck. And what do we go down? Go down Lotus Cobras. I'm not actually super sold on these Lotus Cobras. Ooze is good. Garrick's probably not necessary. And yeah, let's go down Mammoth. Is that enough land still? 22, 23, 24, 25. Plus keys. Yeah, that's fine. Let's run it like that. I've been messier with Lutri since Icoria's release, and Singleton is more interesting, but kind of shoehorns into playing a ton of different OP staples. Yeah, I mean, that kind of happens with Commander. Like, Commander, you have the variants, but you also have just a ton of busted staples that you play every time. But since it's a 100-card Singleton, you don't see them every game necessarily. Oh, I have a question for you. So, to the conversation about nerfing cards, someone sent me a message or a tweet or something, and I don't remember exactly where they sent to me, but they said that other games, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon, or there was some other, like, I don't want to say lower tier, but less played TCGs, but they said that other games that are digital and paper still nerf cards. And I wasn't familiar with that, and I wasn't sure if that was something anyone else knew about. Like, is that a thing? Are there other games similar to Magic that have both an important online and paper aspect, but still nerf cards? Oh, when I pulled my collector booster box, it was actually pretty good. Yu-Gi-Oh's erratas. Maybe part of the reason I was feeling good about it is I opened a so opponent's gonna Soaring Thought Thief. Yeah, let's get down Ooze while we can. One of the reasons I was pretty hyped is I ended up getting a foil Scalding Tarn. Which you can't really go wrong with that. I think that might be the single best card you could open value wise. So Yu-Gi has a problem. Yeah, so that kind of makes it all worth it right there. Yeah, and it's one of the lucky ones since it was foiled, just came out of a pack. So that is a good pack, I would say. I've been a critic of collector's boosters as far as actually opening them, because I felt like they haven't really offered that much value. I have felt like pretty consistently they have offered, like, I've opened them and I've spent $20 or $25 on a booster pack and not gotten nearly as much value out of them. So that's been something I've been critical of, but it felt a lot different and a lot better, in my opinion, with Zendikar Rising. Opponent. Are we gonna Brazen Bar or something? Heartless Act the Ooze. Awkward. Well, Eat a card. Eat a card. Sack the ooze. Did you ever play Asteroid Netrunner? I have not. I'm not familiar with Asteroid Netrunner like at all. All I know about asteroids is you have to shoot them in one task in Among Us. We will block. Wind Robber. Interesting. Well, Mammoth? We got the Drown in the Lock? We do. All right. Oh, boy. Where's our spiders? Where is our spiders? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's no way we can lose to this, can we? Netrunner is a remake of the original Netrunner made by Garfield that uses cyberpunk paper RPG. Ooh, that sounds interesting. We get milled. Well, there's a Troll King. We will block. Well, what do you say about a Troll King opponent? Can you beat a 7/6? Can you beat it? Get a Luris. That is acceptable. We will untap. We draw this. Ooh. Well, play the spider. Kill the Wind Robber. Oh, spider's so good. Goose. Make a food. An opponent got off to a, like, sort of fast start, but not nearly fast enough. Sack the Troll King! And, yeah, we are prepared for your deck, opponent. We are prepared. Whew. Is Netrunner good? Are you planning on doing another Among Us stream anytime in the future? Yes, I am planning on setting up another Among Us stream. Not 100% sure the timing. Possibly the end of next week, because then after that, we have spoiler season starting. Well, get rid of this Luris. And hit you a bit. And opponent mills us. This is a boy, this matchup's a joke. Oh, Rogues people were so excited about, but I feel like once people build to beat Rogues, they're very beatable. Like, this deck is ridiculous. Ridiculous against them. Yeah. Well, spider time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Spider returns. Oh, in Witch's Up, it's really good with Arachneer too, because now we can sack it. Oh, that's even better than our other spider deck. Because we'd sack it and get it back in the graveyard to get it out of the graveyard. And yeah, I mean, I feel like Rogues is very close to just drawing dead. Spoiler season for Commander Legends starts not this Monday, but next Monday. So then things will be busy for a couple of weeks with daily spoiler stuff. Kaldheim won't be until most likely the first of the year. Usually it's like right after New Year's we start the winter set spoilers. Opponent, Desperation Draw. Land. Spider Oven. Opponent passes. Well, yeah, I mean, kill ya. Opponent does not know about trample. Or I guess they're dead either way. Wow, that is a joke. Hey, what's up, Grindy? Wow, that matchup is ridiculous. Like, can Rogues ever beat this deck? And I don't know if the answer is yes. I mean, it's Magic. Sooner or later, someone will get mana secured or something, but without, like, weird variance things. Whew. Among Us is only $5. There's also... I mean, if you are going to, like, stream or anything, it's not as ideal. But I also learned you can get it on your phone, too. There's, like, a mobile version, which, if you just want to, like, play casually, is not bad. It's not, it's definitely harder to play, but, But yeah, it is free on mobile if you just want to like check it out and try it casually. Obviously, wouldn't work for streaming. I don't think. I wouldn't think. But Willpower for the 8th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Pretty fun button this morning. Among Us, yeah, Among Us is definitely fun. It's at its best if you can have a play group together and talk with them. I think that makes it like 10 times as much fun. I've played a few games with just like randoms, and you got people that drop out, and you got people that are just, I don't know, very irrational. Sometimes you like play with people and they just like, this person did it. Everyone votes immediately, and there's like no discussion or no strategy to it. So BlueStacks let you play phone games on your computer. Ooh. But yeah, it's super sweet. So possibly the end of next week for another Among Us stream. If it's not the end of next week, it might be a couple weeks because of Commander Legends spoilers. Randoms are also talking to others in Among Us Discord, so you cheat that way. Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's probably true too. Or you could just like queue with your friends and talk and stuff. Like it would be pretty easy to, I guess, cheat, quote unquote. 3 forests? Yeah, alright. Well, oven part 1. My buddy and me got the double kill like you and Jim did. Yeah, that is some of the most fun. I actually really like it. I think it's a pretty fun game. I like the political aspects of it. Real question, Seth. Are you ever not infectiously positive? I feel like when you're complaining about OP or standard or whatever, it never feels negative. Well, thank you, Robot Man. I mean, I think... Probably don't need 2 ovens. I think I generally just have a positive personality. It's not even like a magic thing. It's just like kind of my personality. That's just kind of how I am. So, I mean, I guess it depends on negative. I try to be positive even when I feel like I need to be critical about something. Or at least constructive. Like, I feel, and I think that that's also like more productive. Like, if you're negative and not constructive, then your feedback or criticism is less likely to make an impact. So I definitely feel like I need to, you know, write articles like the one about if you're not happy with a product, don't, you know, give Wizards money for it and things like that. Like, I feel like things like that are necessary, but I do feel like it's important to try to do it in as positive a way as possible. Oh, pass the dirt, and we have a new donation, a massive donation. Well, a big donation, at least. $25 donation. Sir Scrubs a lot. Thank you so much. Never been able to catch you live. Love your content since I stumbled on Against Odds 2 years ago. I love the new face cam. The beard is really the best in Magic. Thank you very much. Please keep up your amazing work. You're a huge help to a lot of people's lives. Well, Sir Scrubs a lot. Thank you so much for the kind words. I definitely appreciate it. And thank you so much for the donation too. Gardy. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. People see this massive 6'6" bear man with a massive beard, huge physique, and when he talks, and you go from scared to, oh, he's just a teddy bear of a man. I mean, I think that is probably true. If you don't know me, I think I can come across intimidating, being big and bearded, but once you get to know me and we start talking, I think it becomes clear pretty quickly that I'm not. I'm good at mispronouncing names, so my highlight from the little Among Us I played was running with the other imposter, carefree and finding each other's kills, and double killing our way through the win with 9 players out of 4 in a single round. That is impressive. That is a lot of kills in one round. All right, so opponents, gonna get back Croxa. Now, a little risky, but let's sack the food. We don't want to have to discard what we get here if we can help it. Okay. Well, it's fine. We'll take a Troll King. We don't really care if we got to discard Troll King. We're kind of fine with that. That's not a big deal. Get it, hit you with the Cobra. Down to 14. Crocs if you must. The Morog. ATO was so awesome. Scoops here. Well, thank you, Tequila Worm. Yeah, I'm actually not 6'6". More like 6'4". Yeah, not quite 6'6", but still big enough that compared to most people, I'm relatively tall. So it adds to the intimidating factor. Would it be worth trying to play this deck as green black as a way to self mill with Triton or Tamarack Calls the Dead? Definitely could. Did I play high school sports at all? So I didn't actually play sports in high school. I would have liked to play football. But my mom was not a fan, and I guess in some ways, now that I'm older, I don't know. We've learned a lot more about the dangers of playing football. So maybe she wasn't completely wrong, even though at the time it definitely drove me crazy. Let's discard. Huh. Yeah, let's discard the land. I would like to just cast this Troll King, but that does require drawing a land here. Otherwise, we'll figure it out. So I ended up playing a lot of basketball. I didn't actually play like competitively, but I did. I love basketball, and I played a lot of basketball for a while. Hey Seth, why don't you tell us a card or mechanic, then pick a format for the chat to build a deck around, then look at the decks the chat produces and picks a winner? Ooh, that's a really fun idea. Huh. That might literally be the worst thing we could have drawn. So awkward. All right. No attacks. Yeah, that's real rough. Ooh. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is opponent's gonna attack. We're going to discard Troll King, block sack, get the food, get back Troll King, and then Great Henge, and get to draw some cards off the food. Maybe that's a plan. Boat it, combat. Well, they have an ox in the graveyard? That's a little frightening. Gets in. Well, we'll discard the Troll King. We will block. We will sack the Cobra. Drop to 18. Oh, no cling to dust, please. No graveyard hate. Oh! Yeah, all right, we lose a Great Henge. That is a bummer. Yeah. Crocs is for days. Opponent mounted or land untapped. Temporary calls the dead. All right, well, opponent's about out of action, and I think we're still in good shape. Why don't we what? Well, if we sack food to draw cards, then we lose the ability to Troll King, and then we can't play the Great Henge anyway, and we probably just die on board. So I think we have to do it this way. Oh, well, that works. 7, so it's 2. All right, so Feasting Troll King. Wow, this is great. That was the perfect draw. Sack, sack, sack. We get to draw 2 cards, at least. So take a ooze. Oh. Huh. Interesting. Oh, what do we do now? Oh, what do we do? Do we keep drawing cards? So we need 2 mana for Henge. I guess we need a... Alright, let's keep going. Wicked Wolf. Well, now we gotta stop. We get that. We get Henge. We play Ooze. Well, all right. We draw land, untapped. Exile Croxa. And pass it. And that was a good turn. That was a good turn. Whoo! That was not bad. Not bad at all. From empty-handed and just a couple food on the battlefield to this and that and going off. Yeah, we're gonna lose a wolf, but that's fine. Liliana, sure.
Seize the day, my minions.
Going after the ooze while we sack it. Get some foods. Opponent gets in. Wow, big attack. Yeah, let's block it. We should hit a creature. The grind is on. Garrick's Harbinger. Well, play Harbinger. Draw a card. Play Gilded Goose. Draw a card. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a good draw. That's a good draw. Play the land. Troll King's back again. We draw 3 cards. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, please. Yes, we'll draw a card. Castle Garrett. Yes, we'll draw a card. Scavenge a Goose. And, yeah, we'll draw a card. How about Troll King number 2? Get the Trolleolio, and, yeah, I mean, Wildsnake feels absurd. It feels so good. Yikes. Wow. I mean, it's like a mono green stoppy deck that also is just the best late game deck. Oh, wow. You do not, normally you don't expect your mono green stoppy decks to also just like, hey, we'll draw 5 cards this turn. No big deal. For like 3 mana. Wow, this deck, so far, I mean, obviously, people probably adjust to it. You play more Graveyard Hate. You play, like, more removal, maybe. Answer the Great Henge. Like, I think there probably are things you can do, but wow, does this deck feel strong. I mean, it makes sense. Green is always at the top of the meta. Kind of a tradition these days. Yeah, I think that people can fight against it for sure. I mean, it's a mono-green creature deck. Artifact and enchantment removal. You know, a card that I think people should be higher on is probably Mythos of Nethroi. Like, I wonder if we play an Abzan, some sort of Abzan mid-range deck, because being able to snipe Great Henge, Trail of Cubs, Feasting, Troll King, that seems like insane against our deck. That seems like one of the best cards that someone could play against our deck. Is this deck dead to counter Magic? So I think the goal against counter Magic, I think the goal against counter Magic would be to go for kind of the late game plan, where we can hopefully just outdraw a control deck. Well, alright. Sack the Troll King, get some food. It's just so hard to deal with outside of Graveyard Hate. Like, the Troll King is. It is finally proving its worth. Well, now we get to Castle Garenbrig. Ooze, draw a card. Trail of Crumbs. Make a food. Troll King. Wow, we're gonna draw so many cards. So many cards. Yeah, let's draw 7 or something. How about a Gilded Goose? And after that, we will get a Wicked Wolf. And after that, we will get a Gilded Goose. And then, you know what? Let's stop and play these geese. There's a Troll King, draw a card. Another one. Gilded Goose, Hong Kong. Draw a card. Are we going to mill out? Hopefully not. Gilded Goose, Hong Kong. Draw another card. And hit your Liliana for one. Oh!
Keep your
I don't think we care about Crocs at this point. Like, bring it. Bring it. We're going so far over the top. What does the opponent? They also don't think they can beat it, and that was another just dominating performance. Jeez. All right. Yeah, the deck is insane. Well, I mean, we'll finish this match for sure, and then maybe do like one more, and then I think we've learned that this deck is pretty insane, and Richard was not lying when he said he thought the deck was really good, and I don't know, like, it feels really strong. So after another match or two, we'll move on to kicker. Like, we've already won enough that we know what this one's about. So we should probably lose a little bit as we try to kick it. I think this was what Wizards was scared about when they gave white card advantage. Maybe. Like, so green, I think part of the problem with green is at this point it's just the best at everything, which is very, very awkward at times. Like, it ends up being... Is Garrick even good in this deck? Make a beast. Doesn't seem that good. Alright, well, Primal Might. I guess Stonecoil's decent, too. Stonecoil blocks Croxa for days. Alright, let's try it like that. So that's a problem with green, is it just, like, it's the best at everything. It ramps the best. It has the biggest creatures. And now it draws cards the best a lot of the time. So I think that's the issue. I don't think white would be as much of a risk. Like, white... Its creatures are okay, but they're mostly small weenies. Its card draw right now is the worst. So it has a way to go before its card draw would actually be a real threat. And what does white have going for it? I guess better removal, although that's another way green is improved. Like, green used to have just miserable removal. Like, straight up bad removal, like prey upon fight effects. And Wizards has given green way, way, way better removal. I mean, everyone kind of had Omnath. I don't know if that can give credit to any one color, because everyone kind of gets access to it. Most colors. Opponent gets a zombie, hits us. Well, I guess we exile this Croxa. Rankle's good. This Wicked Wolf might end up being good. Green's removal is better now. Still not as good as white. Yeah, white and black still, well, in red too, in its own way. But they have some of the best removal. Would Path be too good in Standard? I don't know. I would be fine with trying it. I think there's a chance it might be too good, but... Opponent mills some stuff. Not too much of interest. I'm going to scry a lot next turn. Ooh, ram through. Well, play the land. Yeah, I guess we just pass. And set some stops for this ooze. Ooh, opponent does not stack well. Wow, they're not going to mill any creatures? They're just going to mill all spells. Okay. Huh. Well, sure. What would be the right level of removal for white in Standard? So, like, number one is Swords to Plowshares. That is the best. Like, that's better than Path. That's as good as it gets. Then you have Path to Exile. Then after that, you drop down to... I guess 2 mana stuff, although I guess you could also argue for stuff like condemn and like lesser 1-mana removal. But then I guess you'd probably drop down to like Winds of Abandon, Declaration in Stone. So I think the 2-mana stuff is like definitely okay. They could print Winds of Abandon in Standard, that'd be fine. Like anything that was 2-mana I think is fine. Maybe would 2-mana exile target non-land permanent be too good? I guess maybe, because white gets disenchant. White's supposed to be the best artifact enchantment removal color, or one of the best. What about 2-mana exile target artifact, enchantment, or creature? Oust would, I think that would probably rank behind Condemn, but also in the list of like, not that bad, 1-mana removal. Well, eat a Bone Crusher. Opponent's only got 1 red mana. All right, let's ram through. Kill Mire Triton. Eat Mire Triton. Wouldn't mind hitting a land here. Down as ever, dude. Okay. Not a land, but we will accept it. Close enough, I think. Oh, and we get the land anyway. All right. Your go opponent. The henge is here. Busted. Busted. How easy is making food felt? So I mean, with this deck, we don't really need to make a ton of food. We really just need enough to get Feasting Troll King going. That's all that really matters. So, and we've been fine with that because you Troll King, and then you get enough food for the next Troll King, and if you have...
The best thing about
Liliana's not bad. And then if you have Witch's Oven, when you sack Troll King, you get almost to the next Troll King. So it's been good enough. Grey Henge is definitely, man. The list of broken cards in Kaladesh is absurd. It's real. I mean, we talked about the very first stream, I think, after the latest round of bannings, that Grey Henge is on the short list of best cards in the format, and so far, I think that is mostly proven to be true. Yeah, let's Troll King. Make some food, draw some cards. Huh. Alright. I guess that's it. Well, can you beat the king? Can you beat the king? Just Peter! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Kaladesh was your favorite standard. I mean, Kaladesh had some sweet points. It also had some energy domination, which was a little less thrilling. You know what? We're going to start a Wicked Wolf. Grey Henge is so absurd that I want to make sure we have one, even if our opponent can kill the first one. I will say that after playing Teamer Energy and Band Bracket, it actually is a pretty sweet and like fair-ish deck by today's standards, by the standards of when it was in Standard. That probably wasn't true, but I like to see Liliana see play. I was yelling about Liliana months ago that it's insane, and it seems like rotation. It's finally started to catch on a little bit, at least. Well, let's 1, 2, 3, 4. Castle Garrettbrigg, Harbinger. Draw a card. Land. Wicked Wolf. Fight a zombie. Draw a card. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. No blocks. Well, in that case, Stone Coil, X2. Draw a card, and yeah, good game. Good game, the deck's too good. Seth, this is what I have literally said to you on this stream like 5 times. Team Energy is fine, fun, and fair. I mean, I think it is compared to today's decks. In its standard, when there was no way to interact with energy, and it was like 40% of the meta, I definitely think that it was not at the time. But, ooh, Croxa, all right.
Think too much.
Cute. Not big enough to get through a Troll King. There's the Croxa. Sure. We actually kind of want our Troll King to die so we can get it back and draw a bunch of cards. I guess we can just draw cards with Wicked Wolf, but opponent passes. Gilded Goose. Draw a card. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. Attack our opponent. Opponent blocks. And blocks. Little sack of food. Draw a card. Okay. And one more. Food, card. And I think this should just be game. So we kill the Croxa. We draw 2 cards. We don't lose anything. We get to play Scavenging Goose. That gets to eat the Croxa. This deck's pretty good. Castle Garabrig, Witch's Oven. Sack Troll King. Get it back. Draw a bunch more cards. Oh, so good. Uh-huh. I'm surprised our opponent's sticking this out. Yeah. Draw a card, get another ooze, draw another card, and yes, your go, opponent. We're done. And opponent, GG's us, and Bustarino. Wow. All right, we got. All right, we're gonna kick in a minute. We're 3-0. We gotta do at least one more with this broken deck. One more. What can beat this? Has anyone? So it sounds like other people have been playing similar decks. What have you seen that actually has a good matchup against this? Is there anything that you've seen that you're like, oh, that if you ever need the deck list, exclamation point deck will bring you to the list. Yeah, I think Skyclave Apparition is in line to see more standard play. I actually think the standard is in a pretty good spot so far. It's been 3 days since the banning, and I still feel like standard is in a fun spot. Maybe they finally hit it right. And I think Merchant made a video about the bannings that I happened to see on YouTube, and one of the things that he argued, and I kind of agree with it, but one of the things that he said that I thought was interesting is he felt like Magic's design hit its low point. Magic's design hit its low point with Throne of Eldraine, and that it had been improving since then. And I think if you really think about it, that might be true. Like, Eldraine was obviously busted. Throne of Eldraine had Uro, but in general was not super busted. And then, obviously, Ikoria. I think people forget about the companions. I think if you take companions out of it, it wasn't super busted. With companions in it, I think it's pretty close to Throne of Eldraine in terms of bustedness. But I think people forget about companions sometimes and how just ridiculous, historically busted they were before the rule change or errata. But then Core Set 2021 was good, and really Zendikar, outside of the ramp issues with landfall stuff, that's another one though that seems to be reasonably effective. So maybe we are heading on the right tracks. Maybe. Yeah, I saw the Commander Legends leaks. I think I am definitely very very nervous about. I'm definitely very very nervous about partner commanders. I think I'm always nervous about the partner mechanic anyway, but I'm doubly so about having partners that are or planeswalker partners. Ugh. I'm always nervous about partners anyway, but doubly so about planeswalker partners. Omnath was the only card from Zendikar that's super busted. I still think people are sleeping on the MDFCs, and I still think they are arguably more busted than people give them credit for. But it seems like a lot of people like their bustedness because it's a bustedness that decreases variance and lets you have more action. So in a lot of ways, I guess it can make the game more fun, arguably. Well, let's get down our henge. But I do think MDFCs are still really good. Yeah, busted in a non-flashy way is good to put it. Is a good way to put it. And I think that's one of the things like that makes Zendikar Rising look less powerful than it is they're just not flashy. They're like lands. But they show up in a lot of decks and they're very strong. Ooh. Time for the king. The king is here. And the game is over. Yeah. Oh, have we lost a game, chat? I haven't been keeping track of games. Have we lost a game? I am not sure that we have. I feel like we haven't even lost a game this stream. Like, not even a single one. I don't really like this Garrick. I could see cutting the Garricks. Yeah, let's just bring in Ram through. That's fine. Spikefield Hazard still feels like the best MDFC. It is a good one. Being cheapest is nice. The only time Cobra is broken is when you Tier 3 Jason Mind Sculptor with Spell Pierce backup. I'm hopeful that Cobra will be fine now. Like, Cobra was fine in original Zendikar Standard. Obviously, Lightning Bolt was in Standard, and Mana Leak was in Standard. So we had interaction that we don't have today. But it was fine. It was a good card, but it wasn't broken, and that was with real fetch lands in the format. So I think with Omnath gone, hopefully Cobra. Like, the other thing I love about Cobra is, like, if you saw the Gets Odds this week, where we played Infinite Landfall combo, like, that allows that to happen. Hey, see ya, Barack Obama. Have a wonderful class. But it allows things like that to happen, like sweet, janky combos that you wouldn't have before. So there's upside, I think, to Cobra, especially theoretically, hopefully, now that Omnath just what a ridiculous. What were they thinking? What are they thinking? What's going on in their brains with Omnath? That's another one that's just kind of like, huh? I still think it can't be accidental. Like, it can't be accidental. It's got to be It's got to be an intentional design strategy. All this has to be. And that actually seems like if you read their announcements on stuff with like, hey, what's up, Johan, how are you? If you read their announcements of like bannings and stuff, they don't really come across like, oh, we made a mistake or, oh, we're sorry. It's kind of like, yeah, I mean, this is what's banned this time. You know, that's how it goes. That's how the world works. Am I taking part in the Rita Open? Traditionally, I don't, just because I'm not much of a tournament grinder, but but Yeah, let's pass. But the best of 3 option does make me more interested in trying it. Bode combat. Getting in, hitting us. We will take it. Wow, opponent just passes? Okay. Well, Harbinger. And a land. Get in with ooze. Pass the turn. I do think Mono Black could have potential. I don't know about the exact build our opponent's playing, but I do think Mono Black has some potential. Opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's just draw. Let's sack a food, make a mana, use the mana, trail of grubs, draw a card. Get a forest. Land and Wicked Wolf. And kill the scavenger. Yeah, I guess we save it. Sag the food. Wicked Wolf's on the menu again. Ooh, that's a henge. And that is our opponent's hopes and dreams being devastated unless they have a discard spell. Henge is probably unbeatable against Mono Black. MDFCs remind me of Dual Master TCG. We can play any card as a land once per turn, so you never really have mana screw. How is that? I've heard some people argue that's the thing they want for Magic. Do you think that would make Magic a better game? Like, would Magic be better? Think of it this way. Every card that you have, its back half is a tap land that taps for the same colors as the card. Like, would that make Magic better overall? I'm honestly not sure if I think it would or not. Yeah, let's get in with Harbinger. Ooh, get to draw even more. This green deck draws a ridiculous amount of cards. Yeah, I mean, we gotta take the king. We can't pass up the king. Seth, I think I disagree with you on variance. You insist that Magic use variance. Mana variance, I disagree. For example, 6-card deck with only spells, your odds of drawing the exact combo piece you need is the same as it was before. I don't think that's true, though. Like, because let's say you have a 60-card combo deck with only spells. Instead of lands, those slots will probably be ops, sort of visions, redundant combo pieces. So I don't think that's exactly true. Like, if you knew you never had to deal with mana flu, mana scrud, like, say we have the world where... All right, one more. Let's go one more for the 5-0, and then we're going to kick it. Let's say you had a world where you could play any card face down, basically, and it would be a land that tapped for those colors. I think that would incredibly power up combo decks. Like, I think it would be... I mean, we've already seen that to some extent with decks like Belcher and Oops All Spells existing because of the MDFCs. Of course, those are combos that do rely on you having no lands in your deck. But I think, like, your Storm deck, rather than having to play lands, you just get a ton more card draw and a ton more tutors to find your combo pieces. So I think that while it's not as obvious, I guess, as it might seem, I do think that it would greatly power up those decks. What if you play any cards of land but you have no sideboard? Like, for me, it's mostly a thought experiment because I very much believe that having variance is important, and the main way Magic has variance is through the mana base. So it's more of a thought experience than the experiment than anything. Well, let's get down the Harbinger. Hopefully they're on black removal, which they could be. Oh, it's this deck again. All right, sure. Timoret. Calling the deadies. Well, alright, Wicked Wolf. Kill your thing. Hit you, draw a card. Wow. I still think we've lost a game. Oh, no. That's awkward. But if you look at Hearthstone, like Hearthstone, so Hearthstone you have no mana variance. Like Hearthstone, your lands essentially all tap for any color. There's no colors to worry about. And you just get a mana every turn, essentially. So there's no variance in the mana base. But Hearthstone, because a game needs variance, they have a ton of random effects on cards. Put a random thing in your hand, cast a bunch of random spells, deal a random amount of damage. So Hearthstone, I think, also knows that their game needs variance. Just the way that they generate the variance comes from cards having random effects more so than rather than from having mana variance. I feel like if it was 1993 again, and we knew what we know now, would Magic have the mana system? I don't know, but I feel like with 25 years of Magic cards designed with mana variance in mind, I don't think you can switch to something else without destroying the game because so many cards already exist. And cards are balanced around the fact that this variance exists. So if you lose that, you're gonna have a tough go of it.
Going to end on my turn.
Ooh, all right. Oh, all right. Discard. Oh, we really want this Troll King opponent. Ooh, no attacks. All right, sack the food. See if we can draw land for the king. Oh, wait. I guess we don't even need to sack it, do we? Well, we will still try to draw land for the king. Untap. Oh, another one. Well, feasty boy. Play the land. Attack Liliana. Opponent chubs. I mean, I think it's over already. Again. Too good, too good. Yeah, that was a pun. We already had the mana for it. I mean, I think it's a fine pun. It might have been better that we did it that way anyway, but yes, it was not what I was intending to do. So I think that's one of the sticking points is we've already got 20 years of cards designed for this style of Magic. If we were starting over from scratch, I think Wizards would do a lot of things differently, and that might include the mana system. But at this point, I think we're priced in. Favorite kind of donut, Boston cream. Either that or apple fritter. Is an apple fritter a donut? They sell it at Dunkin' Donuts, so I guess it counts. But then they also sell like croissants, so is a croissant a donut? Is a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel a donut? It's got a hole in it. Boston cream's really good though. Cuz, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. That's fine. Big soup cheer for our new subscriber. I mean, we get it back and we draw a new hand. Like, killing it doesn't even help our opponent. What's your favorite, is Mayo an instrument? I mean, anything's an instrument. I mean, if it can make noise, right? So, technically...
We're doing things my way.
Fritters or fritters? I mean, how do you define donut? Does it have to have a hole in the middle? What is the actual definition of a donut? It would be cool if there were custom sets in real Magic. Hey, thank you, Zagusli. Opponent passes. Well, we will have a good turn. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we'll get back Troll King. Sacking a bit of food. Sacking the food will let us draw a bit of cards. There. Oh. I think that's still fine. Witch's Oven. Forest. Ooh, Trail of Crumbs number 2. The king is back. Trail of crumbs. Land, oven, game. Yeah, so now I don't think our opponent can win. I think it's over. I consider apple fritters to be donut. I mean, I consider them donuts, although I don't know if they're technically donuts. I love seeing this deck again. Built as my first Alderain deck of Paper Magic. Yeah, it's cool to see Feasting Troll King finally have its day to shine after being elkified and then forgotten. I don't even know if we care about Liliana Ultimate. Like, does it matter? Alright, opponent goes after our Troll King. Well, unfortunately for your opponent, we will zag it. We'll get a bunch more food. That food will come in handy in a minute when we want to get back our Troll King. Opponent takes up. We lose our Symbiosis. Opponent passes. Well, the fun begins. Troll King. Sack, sack, sack. Get it back. Draw infinite-ish cards. We want a Great Henge, I think, now. Well, take an oven. Take a Lotus Cobra, I guess. Ooze is good. Alright, now we'll start declining. Play Ooze. Pass the turn. This will let us play around Liliana Ultimate. Seth, didn't you do a deck tech on Against the Odds Golgari Troll when Alderain came out? We did! I was hyped about it when it first came out. And then it just never ended up being that good. It was kind of like a fringe fun Against the Odds deck. Now, though, in the meta, I think it's actually good. Oh, fried dough is definitely good. I don't believe fried dough is a donut, but I do believe it to be quite tasty. Alright, yeah. Temple of Malice. To the bottom. Alright, opponent emblems. So we will... Beginning of combat. Alright, we will exile... Troll King, sadly. I mean, as long as we keep the Zoos around, we're good. Because our opponent can't really reanimate anything. Get rid of Mammoth. Where's our Henge? The Henge with the King is what we need. Vote it. Passes. Harbinger. Huh. I'll play Gildagoose. Make a food. Sack the food the old-fashioned way. Dig for Henge. Harbinger. Wicked Wolf. Lotus Cobra. Go. Opponent adapts. Ox of Agonis to draw some cards. Sure. I mean, this deck does feel really insane. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, maybe the meta can adjust to it, but right now it does feel absurd. Opponent. Alright, we will... Witch's Oven the Wicked Wolf. Get some food. Witch's Oven the Troll King. Land. Make a mana. Get back the Troll King. Dig for our Henge. We gotta find a Henge eventually. Trail of Crumbs. Or we mill. One or the other. Ooh, Garrick. Okay. Ooze. Oven. Oven. Wolf. Get the King. Play an Oven. Plane oven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, plane oven. Pass the turn. Still no hedge. How do we actually kill our opponent? Yeah, it's been a weird standoff here. Opponent is going to kill our ooze. Well, we will sack it. Thankfully, we have another one. This does let our opponent reanimate something. So they're actually going to get Liliana emblem value. Is it enough? I'm not sure. So opponent snags our ooze. Oh, snags a Wicked Wolf. Interesting.
Consider this graveyard my
Goes after
bed.
our Harbinger. Well, sack the Harbinger. Get some food. Opponent. Getting frisky. They know we have an ooze in hand, right? On a Scar Trail of Crumbs. Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we'll take 10, sure. Sure. Don't want to put him back in the graveyard. That's fine. Down to 15. Well, this is the first close game we've played. We draw land. So. We will Castle Garenbrig. Wicked Wolf. Fight Karaxa. Sack of food. Ugh. I don't think we can. I'm not sure we can draw this turn. Sack, sack, sack. Yeah, no draw. Oh, it pains me. It pains me to let these triggers go to waste. So we kill Kroxa. Ooze 2. Eat Kroxa. Play a land. Make a mana. Eat ooze. Wow, we played around this Liliana emblem forever, too. Like, our opponents had this emblem, and it just hasn't been able to really do anything. Eat some stuff. Get in with the ooze. Oh. All right, we're not going to die. One more turn. Pass the turn. Jelly donuts are donuts, hence not donuts. Not all donuts are rings. Ooh, so it doesn't have to have a hole in the middle. All right, that's good to know. Opponent, nothing relevant build. And passes. All right, untap. Ram through. I'll go to combat. Get in with the Troll King. Opponent blocks. We will sack the Troll King. We've almost gone through our entire deck. This opponent takes no damage. We get back the Troll King. Get some triggers. Troll King. Gilded Goose. Gingerbread Cabin. Wicked Wolf. No Great Henge Castle Garabrig. No Great Henge again? Oh my god, there it is. Great Hedge. Finally. Alright. Great Hedge. That's what we were waiting for. Gingerbread Cabin. Mana. We went through literally our entire deck. And a green. Gilded Goose. Wait, how many cards in our deck? 20? Okay. Gilded Goose. And pass the turn. Discard Castle Garabrig and Garrick. Actually, we'll get rid of Great Henge. All right. Next turn, I think we finally win. Opponent. We're good. We're good. I think we can get the ram through win. So we play the land. Add mana. We play Wicked. Actually, let's use this Castle Garabrig. Castle Garabrig. Wicked Wolf. Draw a card. Fight Ox. Sack of food. No card draw. I mean, we have a ram through, and we can make our stuff pretty big. So decline. Kill the Ox. Exile the Ox. This ended up being a grindy game, but I think we're out grinding our opponent. Garrick.
I am Predator, you are prey. Accept your fate.
Pump. Wicked Wolf.
They're a stampede of one.
Go to combat. Attack. Opponent blocks. So we sack of food. I mean, it's a game, right? A combo kill? Wait, what about hot dogs? What are we debating with hot dogs? Sack of food. Fight a Mire Triton. And win? Hot dogs are sandwiches. Cast a Heartless Act to remove 3. Okay. Sneaky. I don't know if this even saves our opponent, but sure. 14. And dead. That was a long game. That was the longest, grindiest game we played. So our opponent actually gave us a little bit of competition there, which I guess is good. A quick reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magic cards, you can get them at cardkingdom.com. Wait, so what? In what world? In what is even the argument for a hot dog being a sandwich? Like, how is that even an argument? Sandwiches, you got to have the bread on top and bottom. That is what a sandwich is. Food between two bread. Okay, yes, but I would agree with food between two bread being a definition. A sub, I think a sub qualifies because you hold it horizontally. Like the space where you put the filling in is horizontal. I think that is an important part of being a sandwich. If the filling hole is vertical, then it's not a sandwich. I mean, I guess if you took your sub and like flipped it that way, so everything was like poking out the top, then see, like a hot dog has much more in common with a taco than it does with a sandwich, and I guess a sub does as well. Actually, have more in common with a taco. It's called a sub sandwich. I think that only people that don't know the actual definition of a sandwich call it that. What is the actual definition of a sandwich? Does anyone actually know? Is there like a I'm gonna look it up. All right, I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm sure this has been done before. What is sandwich definition? An item of food consisting of two pieces of bread with meat, cheese, or other fillings between them, eaten as a light meal. Verb, insert or squeeze someone or something between two people or things, typically in a restricted space. Okay. So, but a hot dog bun does not have two pieces of bread. At the same time, I guess the sub thing's throwing me. The subs thing's throwing me. I thought I had a clear understanding of what a sandwich was and why a hot dog wasn't a sandwich. But the sub, that's one piece of bread, specially sandwich, pseudo sandwich, something like I can see that. An almost sandwich, because subs usually don't have two pieces of bread. Like most sub rolls are connected. Oh, we want that trail of crumbs. For shame, opponent. Our card draw. Well, now we definitely have to kill our opponent because they're taking our card draw one way or another. All right, takes a Harbinger. Well, okay, that's actually kind of fine. Trail of crumbs. Get a food. So open face sandwiches aren't actually sandwiches. Technically they're not. A sub is a quintessential sandwich. If you don't consider a sub a sandwich, you have a bad definition of a sandwich. Oh, the dictionary, though, says you gotta have two pieces of bread. Is a Pop-Tart a sandwich? A Pop-Tart could make a sandwich. Like, if you took two Pop-Tarts and put a slice of ham and cheese in between, that would be a sandwich. It would probably be disgusting, but I mean, because does it actually have to be bread? Like, what if you have something else on the outside? What if you had two pieces of ham and then put a piece of bread in the middle? What's that called? Those are important questions that we haven't addressed yet. Well, Playland passed the turn. Like, is the bread essential? Or could you have two other things? Two other things with something, a meat witch with something in between. Like a Pop-Tart. Pop-Tart's not bread, but if you put, peanut butter between two Pop-Tarts, would that be a sandwich? I would probably say yes to that, honestly. I might be wrong, but I would lean towards the answer that being a yes. All right, whatever. Sure, Croc says. Is a quesadilla a sandwich? No. I mean, quesadillas don't have bread at all, right? You don't have bread and you don't have two pieces? I think quesadilla is pretty far from a sandwich. I don't even know if they're, like, that closely related. I mean, the most important thing about sandwiches... Oh, no. That's awkward. The most important thing about sandwiches is to not have any sauces on them. Sauces are a big no-no. If I could control the definition of sandwich, it would have a little addendum that if you have mayonnaise, ranch dressing, vinaigrette, any of that stuff. You put any of that stuff on it, it is no longer qualifies as a sandwich. It's something else altogether. I have unique eating habits, I guess. Oh boy. Oh, so you want this? We need the troll keg. We need the troll keg. Opponent. Give us a land. That land we discarded to the crop. Oh, man, they've run all the fabled passages in the world. Life-saving number of fabled passages for our opponent. Yeah. There's the Croxa. Oh, we discard Wicked Wolf. Wow, we're going to lose. We have found the way to lose, which is exactly this happening. Oh! No! Whoa! No! We're going to lose a game! I didn't think it was possible. Is there a budget version of this deck worth crafting? I'd have to look at it. Yeah, we found a way to lose, which is do nothing forever. And apparently that can make us lose. Oh, goodness. Yeah? Oh. Oh! Wow! We just could not hit one more land? Sure. Well, good news is we got another game to go, and I still feel like we are just massively favored. Well, there's a land. It's too late. All right. Well, that was variance. Our turn, and that's what we said. Like any deck can lose if you get bit by the variance bug, and we got bit by the variance bug. Couldn't hit our land drops. We only had 5 mana, so we couldn't Wolf Ram through because we need 6, and Wolf is not a May with the fight ability. So if we play it into the Croxa, it just immediately fights whether we want it to or not and dies since we didn't have any food. Because we didn't have our Troll Keg because we couldn't draw land. Well, alright. We got the lands this time. We don't have a whole lot to go with them, though. I do like Ooze. Ooze is good. That is a card our opponent pretty much must kill. Yeah, play the Witch's Oven. Ship the turd. Is the crust of a stuffed crust pizza sandwich? No. If you insert a hot dog into the crust and it's stuffed with cheese and a hot dog, then yes. Meyer tried for our opponent. But you do need to have the hot dog in there. Hot dog stuffed crust. If you have a pizza in the middle, if you put a pizza in the middle of a double cheeseburger, I'll play Stone Coil. Play Gilded Goose. Pass the turn. Meyer Triton Part 2. Opponent stock in the graveyard. Sure. Mill some stuff. Fable Passage cracks it. Is this Croxa? Alright, no Croxa. Opponent gets and hits us, no blocks. Down 18. Wait, is it Croxa? All right, no Croxa. Well, Forest go. Where's the king? Where's the king? This is the Troll King deck. After this game, we're gonna kick it for the end of the stream. Hey, how are you tonight, Tanos? We have a fun stream chat usually. I always enjoy it. We have some good conversations. Mostly y'all yelling at me about my eating habits, but I still enjoy it. Liliana.
Run now, and I might spare your life.
Alright, I'm gonna go after the stone coil, which we will sack. Well, sack of food. Find a wicked wolf. Lose our goose. Opponent hits us. We untap. Castle Garenbrig. Wolf. Fight. Sack of food. Draw a card. It's more lands. Well, alright. Meyer train down. Ooh, the flood is still on a bit. Past the turn. Opponent untaps. Croxa would be annoying. Opponent ticks up. Oh, he discard. Opponent discards.
I really don't care about your plan.
Opponent whiffs. Yeah. More lands. The upside of the flood. I think we're still in okay shape, though, because we have the Trail of Crumbs. And our opponent's board is not that threatening. Opponent. Passing. Alright, we untap. Alright, let's be... I think we can be tricky. So go to combat. Attack Liliana. Sack the food. Draw a card. Oh, Troll King. Alright, maybe we aren't tricky. Maybe we just let this go. Sure. I was going to fight the Meyer Triton, but now we're not going to. Since we hit the Troll King, I don't think it's worth it. I think we just got to play it before they hit it with discard. So Liliana down. The king has returned. Give us that sweet, sweet food. We're going to hold the land for discard purposes, and the 5-0's coming with 1 game loss. Emberith Shieldbreaker on our Witch's Oven. Oh, how greedy are we? Are we greedy enough to sack the king? Oh, hey, your king cute too, Brickmaster Flex. I'd be so greedy. Yeah. All right, we're greedy. We're greedy. We gotta get our food. We gotta get the food. We're hungry. Shieldbreaker. Because the food turns into card draw, which turns into more Witch's Oven. So opponent passes. Well, now we get to Troll King. Sack, sack, sack. Draw some cards. Yeah, his deck is ridiculous. It's almost like a... Oh, there it is. An aggro... I don't even know. A mid-range control combo deck all in one somehow. Yeah, let's keep going. So we get the ovens. We get the king. We play the land. We play the oven. We play the oven. We go to combat. We attack. Opponent blocks. We zag the food. Make it indestructible. And we'll draw a card. Why not? Might as well. We'll take more kings. Gilded Goose. Well, at least this was an interesting match. This match was close and interesting. The deck makes me hungry too. I could use a sandwich. If only I could figure out what that meant. Concession time? Opponent. Not ready to give up yet. Not ready. Well, Troll King. Go to combat, attack you. Play the oven. Pass the turn. And our opponent, Storm's Wrath, kills a Gilded Goose, okay? And a land, and that be the game. And this deck is bonkers. It is bonkers. So, we're gonna play kicker for the rest of the stream. But I gotta say that this deck's insane. And that Richard is pretty right. And you should be prepared to face it if you are going to be playing on Arena, because the deck is very strong. It's resilient. It can go long. So one card to keep in mind that I think needs to go up in value. So I think unconditional removal, like Mythos of Nethroi, that can snag the enchantments and the artifacts and the creatures is good. I think Troll King is another card, and we still have Kroxa, where like Eat to Extinction, other exile-based removal goes up in value. But I think that's how you got to beat this deck. I think if you can kill the artifacts and enchantments, which are the engines of the deck, Great Henge, also Trail of Crubs, and then have removal to deal with the random creatures, I think it's beatable. I think that's what you got to focus on. Maybe some sort of like mono black control deck or something like that, Sultai deck, or I guess you just go more degenerate. But it is time for the rest of the stream. I have no idea. We went 5-0 with that deck, and it felt dominant. Like, it felt really insane. It wasn't one of those 5-0s where, like, someone, like, leaves early and someone gets mana screwed and you, like, squeak it out. That was a dominating 5-0. We crushed people. It wasn't even, like, close for the most part. So that went really well. This one, I'm really excited for. I have no idea if it's going to be good. This is essentially like a somewhat updated version of the Simmet Kicker deck we played for Budget Magic week 1 of Zendikar Rising Standard 1.0. Basically, the goal of the deck is to kind of just stall out in the early game. We have some removal and Bloodchief's Thirst. We have Bubble Snares. We have Bounce Spells. We're trying to stall out, develop our mana, get things like get lands on the battlefield with Vestwood Surge, Vine Gecko for ramp, so just kind of stall out, and then eventually we want to play Verazal, and use Verazal to start copying into the Royals, to start copying Inscriptions of Insight for ridiculous amounts of value, and then our best finisher is Roosted Drakes. Like, eventually we just make 1,000,000 Drakes and win the game, so that is the plan, that's the idea. And let's give it a shot. The sideboard, a little bit more kicker stuff. We got a Jace, a Black Inscription, and then kind of the same stuff we had before for fighting the graveyard decks, the rogue decks, like Chainer Eberactor, Garrick's Harbinger, Low Mage Familiar, our answer for aggro decks, bit more removal with like a Dirge Bat and also a Feed the Swarms. So let's give it a shot. Let's kick it. I don't know how good it's going to be, but from what I remember, this deck can be really fun when it goes off. So we'll see. I don't know how it lines up with the current meta. No idea, but once it gets going, it really goes. Hey, what's up, Destructor? How are you? Roosted Drakes is definitely a super sweet card. The only thing I want to do in Magic right now is kick a Skyclave Relic with Verazal. I wonder if I should have Skyclave Relic on here. I was, like, very close to adding it. I didn't end up adding it, but I was very close to adding it, and it's possible that I should have. Alright, so Lurrus, graveyardy stuff, I assume. Well, that's Verazal. We cannot pass up the Split Current. Oh boy. Well, there goes our Verazol. We are not especially teched to beat the mill deck. In fact, this is probably... Mill might be one of our worst matchups, especially in game 1, which might be a problem. Well, boom. Vine Gecko. What do you say, opponent? What do you say? Opponent, land mills us. And... Oh, what was your message, Oblivion X? Apologies for missing your message. This only works for kicked spells. Well, Temple of Misery Scry. And we'll keep it. If it doesn't get milled, that's fine. If it does get milled, that's also fine. No attacks. The downside of Kicker decks is they do cost a lot of mana, and they are especially depressing to get countered because they cost so much mana. You fought with Crimson Enchantment deck. Ooh, sweet. Oh, dear. Well, we do have some sideboard tech for this matchup, especially our spiders, so we'll see. We'll see if the spiders can save us. Oh, let me see, Oblivion X. Merfolk Windrobber, eh? Ooh. That's an interesting take. It's kind of a cool way to get around Luris's drawback of CMC. I do like the idea. That looks sweet, Oblivion X. How has Moss-Pit Skeleton been? Reading Moss-Pit Skeleton, I don't know. It feels so medium to me, but maybe I'm missing. Yeah, we're so dead. This is just super duper ultra game. Well, this has been a very strong hand for our opponent, and not a good matchup for us. We have a new donation from... I guess we got a block. From Swing for Zero, opponent. Huh. Sacks to draw a card. We trade. Speak of speech, I pray of you, as I pronounce it too, you trippingly on the tongue, a lamb, you let amulet. Love you, Saf. Well, thank you for the donation and the pronunciation advice. Although I will say, you're not gonna get me to say amulet any differently. It's too much fun to say it the way I say it. I enjoy... Oh, come on now. In some cases, the fun of saying a word is more important than... Oh, no. God almighty. Is it? Yeah, this one's... Sure. Well, this one's over. Hey, see you, Swing for Zero. Have a good night. Hey, what's up, Sai? Sandwich, 2-mana tap. Choose another food type. Sandwich and the other card in your deck become that type until end of turn. That sandwich dice create a food token for each card that shares a type with it. Food tokens got me thinking about... Yeah, I mean, I think... Yeah, let's just concede. There's no way we're winning from here. Well, that was a good mill hand. Oh, I can update the deck list, I think. Or do I have to export it? All right. Remind me after this game, and I will export it. I don't know if you're gonna want it or not, though. After that beatdown we just took. So Bubble Snare feels pretty bad. Garrick's Harbinger, Spiders in. Unfortunately, I got to bring in a bunch of non-kicker stuff, which is awkward. Because that's going to mean cutting kicker stuff. Sproutling seems decent. Huh. Like, trim. Ugh, trim? I guess we trim. Bring in the tech. Well, I think, to be anti-mill, I think you just want to take advantage of your graveyard. there's not really cards in standard that are just like, oh, shuffle everything back in. At least not good. I guess there's like Midnight Clock, but Midnight Clock is incredibly slow in a 2-player game. But there's not like a Gaia's blessing or anything like that in the format. So I think the way you beat it is by playing cards that you kind of want in your graveyard, that you don't mind having in your graveyard. That is, like the Spider, for example, other escape stuff. Oh, we just talked about hot dog being considered a food. I'm in the no camp, but not everyone agrees. Hey, Seth, just watched Commander Clash. Wanted to hear if you had any more thoughts on your Verizal deck. I'm looking to build it Simic EDH, and your deck looks spicy. Ooh, oh boy, another crab. Always with the crabs. All right, our removal gets milled. And opponent has blood. Oh my goodness. Well, let's play a land and pass the turn for no value. Empty Geods, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Seth, you not playing Acid Raids versus Tober's Society deck was really disappointing. Alright, well, we milled a Spider. We still need infinite mana to actually cast it. Acid Rains. What does Acid Rain do? It's probably out of the budget since it's from Legends. Oh, destroy all forests. Oh, that would have been funny. I usually try to avoid like too extreme hosiery cards like that. Well, all right, crack this. Well, in some ways I'm regretting switching to Bill, because if we were playing mono green, this is just the easiest matchup in existence. I don't know if there's a more lopsided match. I guess the good news is if the green deck is good, it's gonna push this deck out of the format pretty quickly, and then maybe we can kicker people in peace. Yeah, well, sure, Barzal, go. Yeah, we're not even close to doing anything at this point. If anyone can come up with a quick sideboard, maybe Seth should try more mill resilient kicker list. I mean, what kicker stuff would be resilient to mill? We have like a bunch of sideboard cards, like the Spiders, but I don't think there's any kicker cards in specific that are good against mill. Opponent mills. I would imagine we won't have to worry about mill much anymore. I think mill is probably, or like the rogue mill deck, I think it's already falling down tiers in my opinion. Ugh, Roosted Drakes would be sweet if we could cast it. We're also like super pinched on mana, which is really awkward. Well, go attacking. Get in, hit ya. Yeah, we like can't even cast a spell, so I guess we just, yeah, we're like stuck on 3 lands. We can't do anything. Oh, it's so bad. 250 card kicker, that'd be funny. Yeah, Skyclave Shade could be decent. I could see that being, that seems like probably the best kicker card. The problem with Skeleton is it goes on top of your deck, which I feel like makes it a lot less good, but maybe I'm wrong. If it returned to your hand or something, I'd be very high on it, but having to skip a draw to get it feels really bad to me. And then you like skip a draw and then your opponent can just mill it anyway. So I don't know. I mean, I guess it's kind of +1 card in your deck, so in a weird way it like very, very slightly slows down mill, but I don't know. I'm still very skeptical of the Skeleton, but Shade does seem good. Yeah, let's go to the next one. There's the biggest drawback of Kicker is it costs 1 million mana. For our deck to do anything cool, we really need like 8 mana to start doing things. So we are we are infinitely far away from doing anything fun there. So might as well go to the next one and try to do something fun. Not calling for a ban. Too many bans. Do you think good game design to put answers in standard? When you know an archetype you'll be printing, for example, Gaia's Blessing or similar should be in standard if you print mill. I mean, I think in general, although at the same time, there's a balance. Like, I think if you put Gaia's Blessing in standard, mill doesn't exist. Like, it's just, you can't play it. It's like, not even tier 3. It's just like, then if you're going to do that, is there even any point in printing Ruin Crab and Madding Cacophony? So, I don't know. I don't know why people don't like mill. I actually thought people liked mill. I think that it's cool that there is a semi-competitive mill deck for basically the first time in forever. So I think, would it be good to have some sort of counterplay? But I think there kind of is with escape cards, other graveyard recursive threats. So I think we kind of do. So I think yes, but I think you got to do it within reason, especially if it's something that you want to see play. Like, if it's something you're pushing to see play, you got to have answers to it. But if you go too far with the answers, then that thing's just not going to see play, period, and you're probably going to be sad. Natanzi! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Seth sniffs his fingers when he's thinking. Do I really? I've never noticed that before. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Yeah. Well, let's play Roosted Dregs. Play a land. I mean, if we get to 4 mana, we can start doing things. This, we might be in okay shape here. Mastermind's Tomb. Oh, Playvine Gecko. So I think having something to sort of shuffle the graveyard back in is probably fine, but I don't think you need it to be Gaia's Blessing. I think Gaia's Blessing is too over the top. I think at a minimum, it would have to be something that you'd have to, like, draw and work for. Gaia's Blessing's just, like, put it in your deck, and you, unless you get super unlucky, you just can't lose to mill. Which I don't think, yeah, I don't think we'd want. Ooh, are we actually going to start doing things? Ho, 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 ho. All right, so, into the Royal, Kicker, bounce your Mammoth, grow the Gecko, make a Drake, draw a card. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're starting to do cool Kicker things. Pick it up, pick it up. Get in, hit ya for 3 with our growing Gecko. Okay. Hey, Sardines with the new donation. $3 donation. Hey, Seth. I'm back. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Sardines. I definitely appreciate it. I don't know about the comment, but I do appreciate the donation. Thank you so much. Midnight, yeah, something like, I mean, just so it's clear, I think the build deck's fine. I don't actually think it's something that's good enough that we even really need to worry about hating it out at this point. But if we did need to, if it was something where we did need to hate it out, I would say we probably would want to reel it back in a smidge. Let's just Fastwood Surge. If our opponent wants to spend their turns fighting our team, I think we're okay with this. We want to get up to 8 mana. 8 mana is like the sweet spot in this deck. Get 8 mana, then we do really powerful things. Hey, what's up, Zach? How are you? Good to see you. Yes, there's a stream replay of the charity stream that involved eating anchovies. I don't even know if you want to see it. Oh my goodness, it was so gross. So gross. Oh, new Jackbox? That's cool. Is it new games or just updates to old games? Do you think Coalition Victory will ever be Did it say playable in modern? Everybody playable in modern with Omnath and Jingatha. Ooh, that sounds like a fun against the odds deck, but as far as like competitively, I would still lean towards a pretty hard no. Gideon Sacrifice. Ooh. So Gideon Sacrifice. Choose a creature or player. All damage that would be dealt to you in permanents you control this turn is dealt to that permanent instead. Brash Taunters. Also True Fire Captains. Is there a way? So the idea is to... Is there a way to take a bunch of damage? If a source would deal damage to you, it deals double that much instead. Golden Eye Castigator is a cute addition. Deflecting pulp. So is Deafening Clarion the main way to like deal damage? Hey CSI, have a great night, a great weekend. Yeah, that's definitely fun. Opponent's going to eliminate our Gecko. Sure. A little sad, but sure. Who's another Magic streamer? Oh, are we playing against another Magic streamer? Yeah, Capricorn could be a good addition. Opponent, yeah, gonna draw a card. Tome finally goes away. Alright, so opponent, they've done their things. See what we draw. Grab a forest. Gets in, hits us down to 14. Triome. How do we do this? Let's play Verizal. X1. Play a Triome. Ship the turn. Alright, so we can double into the Royal if we need to. Next turn we can Vastwood Surge. We need an inscription. We need an inscription. That's the last piece of the puzzle. Once we hit an inscription, things get crazy. Then we draw cards and things really go well. I mean, we can cycle through a little bit with Into the Royal. And Vastwood Surge can reload our Verizal counters potentially. Mythos. Well, alright, we will kick this. Bounce Pelugranos. Make a Drake. Copy it. Bounce Rooster Drakes. Draw a card. Ooh, Sproutling's not bad. Bouncing your own Rooster Drakes is a line to keep in mind. A lot of times it's worth it. About it. Skews. One, two, three, four. We might have to wait on the Rooster Drakes. I think we play the Gecko. Play Sproutling. Kick Sproutling. Get back. We gotta do it now before the ooze is on. Get back into the Royal. Temple of Mystery. Scry. Don't need the lands. To the bottom. Well, pass the turn. Yeah, I guess we start beating down with our Drakes. Drake, yeah. Inscription. Inscription. Got another new donation. This time from... MTG Sardine, $2 donation. Hello, hello, hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Fine Thursday to y'all. Good to see you, good to see you, good to see ya. It's me, Sardine. Probably better known as favorite. Leave me alone, Sardines. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, I mean, kicking Surge is pretty good. If we kick Surge, we can deal a decent amount of damage. I think this turn we'll probably just Roost of Drakes into the Royal and then try to just win the game. Oh, that's an inscription. Okay. Okay, okay. Well, now we do this with Kicker. Kick it. Bounce 2. Scry 2, draw 2, make a big token. You and you get picked up. This is where it's great. Oh, Inscription Kicked is so insane. And I think that's probably game. Hey, what's up, Ezra? How are you? Oh, remind me to get the deck list after this match to put in chat. So if any of you want to mess around with... Oh, Verazol in. All right, we'll keep Verazol for sure. Throw in a McKindy. Go to combat. Attack you. I mean, this should just do it. It should just do it. Kicker time. Nissa Steward of Elements is in Historic now, I think. I think that was added in Jumpstart. I don't think it was before that, though. I mean, we should just win next turn, I think. Opponent. I got another removal spell. Well, I do like seeing Mythos of Nethroi seeing play. Well, let's hit our opponent. Verazol. X1. Pass the turn. I'm a Gary Master, that's right. Wait, was that from Amonkhet? Bluegranos. Because I do Mammoth. Oh, goody. Goody. Alright. Bounce 2, Scry 2, draw 2. Yeah, might as well. Kicked Inscription is so good. So good. Oh, you're a Ween fan now? What's your favorite Ween song? Great Yellow Pie. Yeah, Ween, I do love me some Ween. Ocean Man is a good one. That's a really good album in general. The Mollusk is really good. Mollusk, Chocolate and Cheese, I think those are probably my two favorites. I think Chocolate and Cheese is number one. I like Bananas and Blow too. That's one of the fun things about Ween is they have so many different like genres that they hit on, and they tend to do them all well. Actually, probably the most underrated Ween album is 12 Golden Country Hits, which is just hilarious. How it manages to be surprisingly good, like country influenced music, and relatively like true to what it's trying to do, while also like really making fun of country music and like that whole scene of stuff, which is pretty funny. I'm not a huge pod fan. I like hard to listen to music in general, but honestly, the like early Ween stuff, it's really hard to listen to. It's okay, but it's a little over the top for me, honestly. So yeah, not the biggest fan of like the early years of Ween. All right, so we're gonna bring in some grindy stuff. We'll go down, I think, the bubble snares. 28 seconds. Go 2 harbingers. Go down 1 sproutling and 1 Verazol. Run it like that. This is a constructed deck. It might not look like it, but it is. It is a standard. Oh. Oh, that's not gonna do it. Well, okay. Sproutling to the bottom. Sounds awkward. Throne does get us into the Royal. And Vastwood Surge could solve a lot of our problems. The mono green deck was absurd bad. I would not be at all surprised to find out it's maybe the best deck in Standard right now. We went 5-0. We lost, I believe, unless I'm misremembering, I believe we lost one game where we got a little stuck on mana, and we played a bunch of different archetypes, and it just felt absurd. It felt really, really good. So I would not be surprised if it, at least for the short term, until people start figuring out how to beat it, what to play against it, I would not be surprised if it rises to the top of the arena ladder and is one of the most played decks pretty quickly once people catch on to how good it is, because it's got the aggro ability to win quickly, and it's got an absurd late game with Feasting Troll King. It's got great cards to fight against the rogue decks and the mill decks. It really had it all. It felt like it had the tools to compete with pretty much everything. Am I happy with Standard right now? Well, it's only 3 days post... 3 days post bannings. But right now, yes. Will I be a month from now? I have no idea. Hopefully. I actually feel like there's a reasonable chance that the bannings this time really did work. And that Standard is going to be better than it has been in general over the last couple years. Is it going to be greatest of all time? I don't know, but I actually for some reason am feeling fairly confident that Standard is going to be good after these bannings. That's the concern. It is true that when there's bannings, I don't know if I've ever seen Chevelle's animation. It is true that when there are bannings, Standard tends to get good for a bit, and then sometimes it doesn't stay good for that long. That is a legitimate concern, but just looking at the card pool, I'm not seeing too much that jumps out as obviously way over the top, clearly broken. I don't think there's anything that doubles your mana at the moment, which is a huge relief. The ramp has been toned down. At least if you're going to ramp, there's a drawback. Your ramp doesn't also gain you life and draw you cards, which was one of the big issues from the past year or so. I kind of feel like maybe we're to the spot that we want to be. I mean, Nyx Bloom gets a pass because it's 7 mana and it dies to stuff, but technically it doesn't double your mana. Well, this might be a good turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, you must kick it. Choose all modes. Inscription's a pretty nutty card if you get 8 mana. So we grow our Vine Gecko. Opponent picks up 2 creatures. I guess we keep both of these, actually. Keep them both. Oh, I got a bounty counter. I was wondering, why does it have this random counter? We've been bountied by the Chevelle. How much to play your Dino deck? What's your Dino deck, IE, buddy? Dinos for Historic? I mean, so Nyx Bloom not only does... Ooh, okay, that's actually a real card. Not only does Nyx Bloom... Two wolves. Oh, what do we do now? Interesting. Well, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the Royal. Kick it. Pick up a wolf. Into the Royal. Kick it. Pick up a wolf. Kill Garrick. Hit our opponent. I guess that works. Kill Figs. Maybe we should have just played the Rooster Drakes and got a couple Drakes. We probably should have. So the other thing with Nyx Bloom compared to compared to stuff like Agent of Treachery, is Agent of Treachery does its damage right away. Nyx Bloom, yeah, I guess if you get up to like 9, 10, 11 mana, it can sort of do something immediately. But in general, I think this is game. In general, it doesn't do anything right away. So we can Sproutling, get back Inscription, Inscription bounce the blockers, and attack for 10. And, yeah. I mean, that's what the kicker deck wants to do. It didn't go well against the mill deck, but it went really well there. We had time to actually, like, set up our game plan, and once it gets going, it's really powerful. You're looping stuff from your graveyard, you're drawing tons of cards. The deck is still just, like, a blast to play. I don't know if it lines up with the top tier of the meta, the tip-top tier, but, whew. Yeah, I will get the deck list right now before we go on to our next match. When a creature's got you down, you must kick it. Oh, Devo. Devo. What's the best 80s song? 80s is such a weird era of music. I guess it was a weird era in general. What's your favorite 80s jam? Alright, let's see. Sultai kicker. And, alright, decklist command updating. When did cloud busting come out? I actually don't know. I wasn't thinking actually so much like the era is... I actually kind of think of, yeah, I read my seagulls, okay. I was kind of thinking, like, 80s music has a sound to it. Like, the 80s synthesizer pop music. When I think of 80s, like, I know there was, like, a different genre was going on, but that's exactly what I think of 80s music, is, like, She Blinded Me with Science, and Devo, and, like, the Cars to some extent. Like, that style... that style of music. 99 Red Balloons. all those kind of songs. Tears for Fears. Yeah, Tears for Fears. The safety nets. Dun, 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 dun. Another great Futurama moment for sure. What are you siding in against a mill deck? The best cards against a mill deck, and I'm still not sure that it's enough to make the matchup great. But Chainweb Arachneer and Garrick's Harbinger are the big ones. I do think that Trying Shade could be interesting too. Someone mentioned Skyclave Shade. It does have kicker. It's more aggressive than the general theme of our deck, but that would also be very good against the mill deck primarily. Ooh, I do like throwing McKindy. Are we playing the mill deck again? I thought we had moved past this into a world of mono green and so forth. Scavenger. Well, let's charge him up. This is actually kind of fine. Ooh, we have a new donate. Ooh, can we play this? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Gets it. Okay. Well, we play this. We have a new donation from Kenton. Kenton. Wait, loading. Kenton, FTW, $3 donation. Any plans on trying a Leyline Tyrant deck with Nyx Lotus? Ooh. That was one of the things, thank you so much for the donation. That was one of the things I worked on a bit during the building of the Against the Odds deck. So yeah, I think that's something we could revisit or actually use. I found it to be like kind of medium-ish, and mono red like Devotion is missing. It's just missing a lot of pieces. There's not good a lot of the other colors, you have like Gadwick can be 3 mana. You have Iara's 3 mana. Linden's 3 mana. What color am I missing? White, blue. Oh, Yorvo's 3 mana. Red's 4 mana. And that is like, oh, so much worse. That your triple red card is 4. Yeah, Torbred. Your triple red card is 4 mana. Compared to all other colors, it's 3 mana. In a regular game of Magic, that's not a big deal. Like, you can definitely deal with it. It's fine. But in a deck that really cares about curve, it actually ends up being kind of a big and relatively annoying deal. So that's the biggest problem I ran into, is just the inability to have the curve work because you're lacking the mana symbols earlier in the game. Well, yeah, we'll double block. There's always more Drakes. That's one thing you learn about this deck. There's always another Drake. Opponent's gonna bounce and gain some life. Sure. Passes. 1, 2. So I think we play the island. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bubble Snare. Kick it. Make a Drake. Try to answer the Scavenger. Cantrips for the 31st month. Good Lord, that's ridiculous. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Oh, we tapped too much mana. That's awkward. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Drown in the Lock to counter it. Alright, well. Charge it up. We still get the Drake, though. And we still get a 5/5. And we hit ya. Down to 18. Untap. Opponent. Gets and hits us. Yeah, Goldfinger has some good songs. They're not a band I listen to a lot, but they do have some good songs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, all right. Play this. Kick Vastwood Surge. We're just gonna keep kicking stuff until our opponent eventually runs out of counters. Hopefully. All right. That has not happened yet, but we do get to keep making Drakes. And this Vine Gecko is getting pretty big. Hit you for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's try it again. Block. Can we kill a Scavenger? Worst case. All right. Well, we get a counter out of the hand. Wind Robber. Well, kick it. Make a Drake. All right, we ran him out, finally. Grow the Dorks. Keep the Sproutling. And this is going much better. The first time we played against Rogue Mill, it felt bad. This time we're doing much better. Much better. Oh, Ska. Oh. Yeah. There was a time when I listened to a lot of ska. This time was a long time ago. It's been a while since I've been ska-ing. When I lived in Colorado, Well, yeah, I guess we go for it. Kick it. Creatures. Card draw. Drake. Keep them both. pass the turn. Yeah, 5-Iron Frenzy was one of those combats that I knew some of the people that were in that one when I was in Colorado. What have I been listening to lately? Lately, I've been listening to the new Flaming Lips album, actually, which I don't think is as good as their best albums, but it is pretty good. It's good enough that it's worth listening to, I think, for sure. So I've been listening to that a lot. That's actually what I've been listening to mostly in the last week or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's go all the way. You don't play a Verazol deck to not occasionally cast a massive Verazol. So Verazol is a 10/10. Oh, they found the counter. Well, you will pay the price, opponent. We are going to kick ya. We are going to kick ya. Its power toughness is equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. It's worded weirdly, but basically you're getting 2 plus whatever you put into it with X. It's worded strangely for commander purposes, but all right, we will kill Brazen Borrower. I don't know if our opponent actually thinks they can win this game. Ooh, all right. I mean, that's not the worst. I still don't know if it matters, but... So, stuff trades. Opponent gets a Zareth. I do love Zarazan. Zarazan's a cool card. Yeah, it's easy to miss. You wouldn't think it would be worded the way it is. Well, play a Gecko. Kick a Sproutling. And opponent, we ground him out, and it's kind of working. It is kind of, sort of working. Tented Verazol is an advertisement letting people know Pink Floyd Laser Light Show is on the weekend. I've never seen a Pink Floyd Laser Light Show, and I like Pink Floyd. Is it actually worth it? Like, is it that cool? Yeah, so against a mill deck, sideboarding-wise, the big ones, Arachnir's in, and also Harbinger's in to some extent, depending on the build. I think it's actually worse against this build to the point where we might not bring it in because of Nighthawk Scavenger. Against the more traditional non-Nighthawk Scavenger builds, it dodges all the removal and it's really good. I think it's still okay if we have cards to take out. The problem is we don't have a ton we want to take out. We can, like, trim a Bubble Snare, but we want the removal, we want the Arachnirs, we need the land tutoring stuff. I guess we can, like, trim a Sproutling, maybe, and maybe, like, a Vastwood Surge and run it like that. You don't like Black Inscription in the main. I think it's borderline. It's hard to find room is the issue. I think, power level wise, I think it's right on the cusp of being good enough that I'd want to play it. I don't know if we can cast this Garrick's Harbinger, actually. Alright, you go to the bottom, I guess. Alright, well, we got kicker stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to try it in the main, but I think it's fringe. I could also imagine, like, metas where it would be better. So I guess that's something to keep in mind too. Like, if the removal option is hitting a lot of important things, then I think it goes way up in value. Right now, I'm not sure that is happening though. Yeah, Rogus, show us that Thought Thief. Here they come. Opponent, land, gets in, hits us, mills, some stuff. There's Scavenger. Well, Gecko's okay. Play a land. Gecko. Kill the Thought Thief. Well, let's see if we can stabilize. The question is going to be how many counters does our opponent have? Alright, there's a removal spell. Grows the Scavenger. Land. Yeah, Scavenger's an issue. This is more of the... Whoa. Oh, God. Oh, we're super in trouble. This is more of like the old school, mostly not played anymore, but the old school mostly not played anymore, like Rogue Tribal, rather than Rogue Mill, which I think that does make this a lot tougher. We're more designed to fight against the Mill version rather than this like tribal beatdown. Hey, what's up, It Honk Shots? How are you? Scavenger makes its return. Opponent passes. Well, Vastwood Surge. Get a land, get a land. Play a land. Wow, we almost have... What, they mill all of our basics? How do we have so few basics left? Oh, I guess we've drawn all of them. Scavenger's back. Nessa Meow Meow with a 1-year resub. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, dear, 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 dear. All right, 4, 8... I feel like if we don't kick this inscription, there's almost no way we can win. Like, we could bounce the Nighthawk Scavengers, try to slow our opponent down, but I feel like if we don't get full value and draw cards too, that we still are going to lose this game. So if our opponent has a counter here, it's done. But gotta try it. You. Bounce, bounce, draw. Got a counter? Alright, opponent does have the counter. Well, alright, that went well for them. How are rogues into the mono green deck? Oh, it's a joke. It is a literal joke. I think it is one of the most lopsided matchups you can imagine. Like, the green deck is insanely good against rogues. Like, it's not even really funny. It's just the blowout of blowouts. Let's bring in Batra. So our opponent is a more beatdowny rogue deck. Let's not Harbinger. Ugh. Alright. Yeah, run it like that. Run it like that. So I think we need to be able to get down a Drake Maker. That's what we're missing. The Drake Maker is very good, because that works through our opponent's counters. Yeah, we're going to mulligan that. Alright. Go Vine Geckos, I guess. This still isn't exactly what we were hoping for. No, land go. Well, land and Gecko. Go. Land for our opponent. And acquisitions expert. We'll discard the Surge, I guess, unfortunately. Well, Gecko. Land. Go. Opponent. Tap land. Can we draw a land to draw some cards with these inscriptions? Well, reclaim the waste. Get a island. Play an island. Go attacking. Opponent out of 14. Ooh, there's the Thought Thief, and here comes the counters. My 3-year-old is watching every time he sees this stream. If you are... My 3-year-old watching every time he sees the stream, asking for my great-grandpa since your beard is longer than mine. Oh, that is the drawback of the beard, I guess. Brazen Borrower with the bounce. They milled the Roosted Drakes. Depressing. Opponent also has a counter. They got exactly 4 cards in the graveyard. Okay, they have a Lofty Denial. I'll go attacking. Hit ya. Pass the turn. Opponent gets in. Mills. Yeah, we really need the Roosted Rakes. Runs out of Thief Guild Enforcer to mill. Grows their dorks. Oh my goodness. Alright, well. Fair enough, the Rogue Dream. And we have not milled a spider. We have not milled a spider! Opponents milled and milled. Like, we've also gotten pretty unlucky here. Which is unfortunate. That is a big part of our issue. Well, scry 2, draw 2. Alright, sure. Well, they finally hit a spider. We dropped to 6. The spider's probably a bit late. We needed it last turn. Well, escape the spider. Kill the Thought Thief. Opponent draws another Thieves Guild Enforcer. Wow. All right, one more chance. That was a pretty frustrating game, honestly. So I will say that matchup doesn't feel very good for Kicker, but Kicker is more of a janky fun deck than a competitive deck. So the combination of just infinite counter spells, pretty good against a deck that's trying to resolve 8-mana sorceries. Oh, that was still a little frustrating that we didn't mill any spiders and our opponent just... We were actually very close to stabilizing at the end, but Jace would not help. Jace is really bad. Like, Jace just dies to all the... Wow, really? Well, there's all of our Roosted Drakes. Jace just dies to all that stuff, though, is the issue. Like, that's kind of the problem, I think, is everything that we saw Rogues doing there, Jace just dies to, like, a single attack. We do have a Jace in the sideboard. Mostly for fun. And because I think if you run into, like, a hardcore control deck with no creatures and you can slip it in, I think that's a scenario when it can actually be good. But yeah, against decks that have creatures, Jace just... It's kind of 3-mana, draw a card, die. Like, draw a card, gain a couple life. And I don't think that's enough. Or 5-mana, draw 2 cards, gain a little life. And I'm not convinced that's enough to actually play it, unfortunately. Even though it is definitely spicy. Opponent, Fabled Passage. Oh boy. Alright, so it's another control deck by the looks. We'll play the land, reclaim the waste. The good news this time is we do have down our Roosted Drakes for uncounterable value. I mean, you wanna counter that? Go for it. Get a land, get a land. Opponent. Bone Crusher. So opponent's some sort of Crim deck. I mean, Jace is the synergy of Jace and Teferi's insight is cool. The problem is it doesn't really solve Jace's issue, which is it just dies immediately. I don't think, like... So if your Jace is a 3-mana draw 2 and die, I don't know if that's, like... That's better. You kind of have, like, a divination, which is, like, not super duper duper far away from being playable. But the problem with Jace isn't so much that it doesn't generate as much enough card advantage. It's more that it just, like, dies too easily, I think. And doesn't defend itself at all. Like, it's a Planeswalker that's not very likely to actually stay on the battlefield for any meaningful amount of time. Well, the Flood is on. We're going to be able to kick this Inscription. The problem is we are again against a control deck, and the odds of it resolving are pretty slim. Yeah, I feel like we've also not hit the most optimal matchups for this deck, just playing against mono counterspell decks. So a little bit sad. We might have to revisit Kicker again. Hopefully, because we didn't play decks like this at all when we were playing mono green. But now that we've switched, we've kind of paid the price, so to speak. Oh, Island Go. We would like our opponent to tap down. There's probably not much of a chance of this from 5-color control, but... Opponent, Mastermind Tomb. Somewhat worse than the version of Sultai Kicker with Roost, Gecko, Gnarled, Shade, Skeleton, and Verazal. Is that a... Is that an actual list that people are playing? Yeah, I'd be down with trying Kicker again. Opponent runs out of Bone Crusher Giant. Sure. Bouncing the Tome's actually kind of a negative. Opponent's passing. But, oh boy. Okay. Well. I mean, if we get to resolve this Inscription, things are insane. Like, they are so good. Like, we probably just win the game. So if our opponent actually doesn't have a counter... Okay! Well, now we get to resolve Inscription, which is what we were hoping for. Well, play the land. Actually, no, we wait. 1, 2... 3, 4... Well, alright, let's just kick it. Nothing to bounce, but I think it's fine. So we get to draw a bunch of cards. We get to make a big token. We get to make a Drake. We get to go digging for more goodies. We don't really want either of those, actually. We have more than enough mana. Ooh, alright, another Roosted Drakes is good. Alright, opponent, the pressure is on. Next turn, we can Verazal and copy the Roost of Drakes. Loris being able to get back Roost is pretty good. Also, lets you splash red and run like Royal Eruptions for spicy 10 damage Verazal play. Ooh, so you're playing like 4 or 5 color? That's interesting. Well, we will kick a Roost of Drakes. Multiple Roost of Drakes is tough for a lot of decks to beat. And then Kick a roost to drakes. Alright, opponent, can you beat the Air Force? Another Drake, go to combat. Hit ya. I mean, Rooster Drakes is quite a card. It's quite a card. I've been having a lot of luck with mono white aggro even before the bans. I think people are sleeping on white aggro. Any thoughts on the archetype? I mean, I think it could probably be pretty decent. Hollow Blade's ooh, alright, extinction event. Well, that's a temporary solution, but it is a solution. Opponent hits us down to 12. But everything we kick is just so much value now. Another Bone Crusher. And a land. There it is. So. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Verizal. As a 2/2. Also going to be a good turn. Well, they have a counter? Alright, play a swamp. Inscription. Kicker. Make a few drakes. Draw a few cards. Against odds, sharks and drakes. I like it. Yes, we will copy. We will draw more cards. Bottom, yeah, we'll keep a Verizal, sure. And bottom, and keep Vastwood Surge. And alright, back to you, opponent. I mean, I guess Extinction Event again to... Jeez, alright. Wow, what in the world? Can't do much about that, I guess. One, two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, Fabled Passage, crack it. Yeah, Extinction Event on even seems decent. Get a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Verizal. Yeah, these Extinction Events have been absurd for our opponent. I mean, I guess it helps that we keep building a huge board of tokens, and they all die to an Extinction Event. Opponent in the tank for some reason. Alright, well, kick the Surge. Make some Drakes. If they have another one, then we're still dead. Or they could get enough Bone Crushers to fight through this. So Drake, Gecko. I mean, you can see the power of what the deck can do. Cash in Verizal. Oh, goodness, opponent. Do it or don't. Veswood Surge. Grows the Dorks. Opponent. Back in the deck. Get an Island. I feel like if you have a Brazen Borrower with Flash, Arena should make you cast it. Or it should stop your... Okay, there we go. Alright, we did it. We did it. Opponent cycles a counter. Extinction Event uneven. Mastermind's Dome. Yeah, share your list, Ludite. I'd love to see it. Opponent draws a card. Looking for Extinction Event. Well, let's cycle the Triome. Problem is we can't really target... Oh, my goodness. Alright. Well, kick it. Scry draw a token. Make some drakes. These Bone Crushers we can't really target, which is a problem. Opponent cycles a Triome. Here comes the drakes. Bottom for sure. Throne. Trigger. Kill it. Drakes. Attack you. Opponent. Huh, I mean, this is what the kicker deck can do when it gets going. This is it. Hagra's Mauling. Takes 18. Well, can you find it? An extinction event. Opponent. Desperation. They've already used 2. Please, not another one. Not another one. Draws a card. Upkeep for some reason we'll never understand. Draws another card. And scopes it up through 2 extinction events. The power of the kicker comes through. Whew. Let me see, Lunite. Voracious Offering. Oh yeah, Voracious Offering's a sweet kicker spell. So opponent's some sort of control deck. Well, let's try the Jace. Go down the Bubble Snares. Inscription of Ruin. And run it like that. That was a grind. Yeah, the Black Splash is pretty easy with Reclaim the Waste and the other land tutoring stuff, so it's pretty easy to play a little bit of another color. Also, I feel like getting hard removal is helpful for sure compared to the version we played for Budget Magic, where it helps a little bit that like Omnath and Cobra are not super heavily played anymore, but threats like that are really obnoxious when you're using Bubble, Shield, and Bounce for removal. Well, get down the Gecko. Ship the turn. Gonna need another blue source at some point. Oh yeah, it's a cool synergy with Roost for sure. I'll go to combat. Attack ya. Opponent takes it. Well, land in Verazal. Gotta make sure our opponent has plenty to Extinction Event. Alright, Mystical Dispute. Yeah, cracks. Clearly need more Extinction Event on odds. Might need counter spells in the sideboard. Extinction Event is really good against it. Cling to... Alright, opponent draws a card. They might be mana screwed. They are playing a very ambitious mana base, I would say. Alright, they got a land. Well, land in Verazal. X2 this time. Opponent has another Mystical Dispute. Untaps. Runs out a Bone Crusher. Oh boy, the lack of a second blue source is really problematic here. Verazal. No Mystical Dispute for once. I found that power of the new kicker cards is just playing the really good ones and finding them with Coral Helm to power Roost. Oh yeah, this deck should probably have Coral Helm somewhere. Ashiok. Yeah, now we're super far. Super far away from anything. Opponent gets an Edsas. Well, alright, Verazol. Yeah, this mana screw is really an issue. Somehow we just don't have the mana to cast anything, which is a problem. Opponent, Extinction Nova off the top. Alright, game 3. Yeah, Coral Helm Chronicler is sweet. Could be, it's probably worth playing in some number for more card advantage. I don't know if it helps against rogues. The issue of just like getting wrecked by the control-y counter decks, that's tough. I feel like that's sort of inherent in kicking spells for a ridiculous amount of mana. Like, I feel like there's not much you can do to get around that, unfortunately. Other than maybe trying to play a bunch of counter spells to fight back. Opponent. Tankerino. Brazen Borrower. Well, this would have been a good turn for Jace if we could have resolved it. Jace might have actually been good here. Oh, play a land. Play a Vine Greco. Favorite equipment? Ooh. Maybe just Sword of Fire and Ice, probably. Kind of boring, but it draws cards. Opponent. Land. Kroxa. Well, discard Blood Chief's Thirst. Wait, are we going to get to do Jace things? We are. Kick it. Double Jace.
Difficult choices. I'm doing my best.
Scry with Jace.
Where's the next puzzle?
Yeah, I guess. Actually, do we even want that? We might just. Yeah, let's just keep the land. All right, Scry. Gecko you. We already have a Vastwood Surge. Hit ya. Okay. Jace's time. We can see how good it is. Why are basics the way they are? Whoa! 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 Jace! Jace! It scared the control deck away. We kicked the Jace and that was enough. Well, maybe I'm underestimating. Maybe I'm underestimating Jays. Maybe we gotta embrace the Jays. Because apparently, like, we ramped into it on turn 4 with this Vine Gecko, and our opponent, they got Kroxas and a bunch of control stuff. They probably have like 4 extinction events in hand and realized that Jace gets around them. So what do we learn on our stream tonight? And then we'll be rating someone in a minute as we wrap things up. So what do we learn on our stream for tonight? So kicker still needs some work. I really love the deck though, and we did go 2-2 with it, so it's close. The rogue matchup is tough. Still needs some tuning. Maybe you go into red. Maybe you play some shades. There are possibilities there, so expect more kicking in the future. We will definitely do more kicking. Otherwise, if you want to rank up in the next few days, oh, this troll deck's absurd. It's absurd. I think we lost one game. We went 5-0. It wasn't even close most of the time. Troll King is ridiculous. Great Edge is ridiculous. The synergies are good. Even this build, like, I'm not sold on the Garriks. I'm not sold on these Lotus Cobras. I think there's some, like, things that could be done around the edges, but even with those things, the deck is just bonkers. So, on that note, everyone, I believe that brings us to the end of our stream for tonight and for this week. So next week, news for next week, 3 streams, as far as I know, unless something comes up, because no spoilers yet. Tuesday should be the top 8 round. I believe there'll be 2 more bracket streams for the broken bracket. Or the band bracket. I guess the broken bracket works too. So 2 more streams for the band bracket. Next week would be the top 8 on Tuesday, and then the following week would have the finals, like the top 4, the runner-up match, and the championship match. So that's the plan for that stuff. So we'll be back next week for those. Also, in the meantime, one more reminder that our sponsor, they're awesome. They're Card Kingdom. If you need some magic cards, you can get them at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Otherwise, the replay YouTube, if you missed the band bracket, it's up on there. The green matches from earlier tonight, along with our kicking attempt, will be up on there soon, so keep an eye out on that. The normal YouTube, there is Commander Clash going up tomorrow on Goldfish Commander. There's a sweet modern deck that maybe would be more at home in Commander in some ways, built around a certain sweet equipment, going up tomorrow for Bunch of Brews, so keep it out for that. Tons of other stuff on the YouTube. Finally, y'all are amazing. I love you. I appreciate you so much. Like, seriously, y'all are amazing. Have a great weekend. If you're magicking, if you're doing other stuff, I don't care. Enjoy it, love it, have a great time. Hopefully see you on Monday. Until then, have a great night, have a good weekend, and I will talk to you soon.